back the light, it give me what I please. You yes, no, you are old.
Cause I'm back in this game, so let's go. 아따라다 시나리오 이죠. Cause I'm back in this game, we can survive. 뭔가 저기 smash the numbers right. The face I got.
One day, I'm a bunch of bullshit.
Never go.
Sort of a pretendo, see a window, I'm not gonna story. Yeah, let's play though, gotta walk go shallow. Gonna be the player, super slayer.
Cause I'm back in this game, so let's go. Alright, haze it down, sun's on the shore. Cause I'm back in this game, we can survive. What God's time, I'm getting rockers high. The face I got.
Couldn't track it, shouldn't trap it. Couldn't stack it, yeah, I'm tapping.
強くなれる理由を知った僕を連れて進め泥だらけのその中を見よう加わる心震える手は掴みたいものがあるそれだけさ夜の匂いに空に選んでも変わっていけるのは自分自身だけそれだけさ強くなれる理由を知った僕を連れて進めどうしたって消せない夢も止まれない今も誰かのために強くなれるなら何度でも立ち上がれ世界に打ちのめされた中の意味を知ったグレーの花咲き誇れ運命を照らして
It's the mommy, it's the mommy, yeah, 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 yeah. Bam bam, bam 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 boom, bam bam. 実力を発揮しきる前に相手の方がバックれて暮らし明るきるハートのペリハッピー明らかにダントツでピカイチ相変わらず脱皮してる毎日プリンプリン誰の七光もいらないお前のアイスよりアイス俺バッと見できないことばっかりだけどベリーハッピー呆れてる呆れてる周り恵まれてる家族友達もう反則的タッチ君ら俺に任せとけばいい教科書にない問題知りない超パッとなましない鏡よ鏡答えちゃってプロですI'm the best生身のままいけるとこまでトラネストラ一番上 Nothing can brim bam bam brim bam bam brim bam bam boom brim bam bam brim bam bam brim bam bam boom brim bam bam brim bam bam brim bam bam boom トラネストラ一番上 Hey hey 俺のままでいるだけで超フレックス Hey hey 誰も口を挟めない Hey hey 俺のままでいるだけで超フレックス Hey hey 誰も口を挟ませないいやいやいや学歴もない前科もない余裕でこの存在自体が文化財なのびそ高級車は買える免許はない愛車全国各地揺らす一品このベロがブリンブリンバレットならまた関西なまり生身のことだま音楽幸運処理の女神固有もサンバだバンバン漫画みたいな体まんまで張り合いてしまってる漫画圧倒的力この頭と口からこの体ったるは履いてないこの面に傷もついてない繰り返しやらかしてくため次回かつい年利を刻むしはブリンバンバンブリンバンバンブリンバンバンボン俺のままでブリンしてバンしてバンするためにポンしてきて日本鏡よ鏡答えちゃってプロです I'm the best生身のままいけるとこまでトラネストラ一番上 Nothing can brim bam bam brim bam bam brim bam bam boom brim bam bam brim bam bam brim bam bam boom brim bam bam brim bam bam brim bam bam boom トラネストラ一番上 Hey hey 俺のままでいるだけで超フレックス Hey hey 誰も口を挟めない Hey hey 俺のままでいるだけで超フレックス Hey hey 誰も口を挟ませない 宙へ GO 最先端の宇宙音この手に掴むよすっとんきょに笑ってたいちんぷんかはなれっこだい I can get no satisfaction 退屈は石になる重くて落ちちゃう前にワクワクの羽広げ次の世界へ行こう可能性のドアはロックされたままやれやれ今度も壁をぶち破る今だ限界突破叫べヘロヘロがあった無敵のオイラがそこで待っているドラゴンボールスーパー全王様のおったまげ生まれた花の名前も知らずに地に落ちた鳥は風を待ちわびる祈ったところで何も変わらない今を変えるのは戦う覚悟だ力で踏み越えて進む道を笑うんだよ家畜の雨興味を反映しせる可能な自由を囚われた屈辱は反撃のこの下衝撃のその体獲物を追う家がこの走る衝動にその身を焼きながら黄昏に火を吹かす胸の湯や
Light the fuse, bring the boom.
Okay, let's see if we're up and running and the stream doesn't feel like having a fit. No drop frames, cool. No rendering lag, cool. I think we're okay. I think we're okay for now. I'm no longer silent. I love that you use your own emote for bruh. I was just like, hold that shit, son. Absolutely hold that shit. Like, there's nothing you could do. I was thinking about doing that for a long time. Just going like emotes only in the pre-roll. And because like I've got like so much like random stuff going on that sometimes like I type in chat and there's like actual conversations going on, and then I lose track of things that I need to do beforehand. So today was not the case. Everything ran just about fine, and we're not dropping any frames. I don't know what happened yesterday. Paul, what is going on? Welcome on in. I don't know what happened yesterday. My internet was just like, hey, this is not your scheduled day to stream. How about you don't stream? And I did, and sit your ass home. And that's exactly what I did. I got off after, I don't know how long the stream was yesterday, an hour, even an hour. And ended up playing Rivals for like 4 more hours off stream. But the stream itself wasn't having it. And I didn't think to, like, I was talking with Logan and Blank and a couple other folks afterwards. And I was like, I probably should have just like axed one of the other streams. Cause like, obviously we're up on TikTok and YouTube and Twitch. And when you have dropped frames, it's network specific. And I don't know if just like my upload was like not having a good day. And if I had just dropped one of the streams, because all 3 streams come through at 8,000 kilobytes per second, or 8,500 kilobytes per second. So like, it's as high quality is going to get, you know what I mean? When it comes to like what you can produce on Twitch. YouTube has like pretty much like no cap, but we don't really do enough viewership on YouTube to like really make that worthwhile. So I'm just like keeping it like right across the board, and I have the upload bandwidth to support it, but wasn't happening. Don't know why. I did speed tests, I did ping tests, I did all sorts of stuff today, or yesterday, I should say, and everything came out clean as a whistle. I've got like Blank and K Sharpie are both in IT, and it was like, let's try this and let's do the thing with the command prompt, and was like, absolutely, IT nerds, and we did all the things, and everything came back perfect. So I have absolutely no idea why the stream decided to just like shit the bed yesterday, but what are you gonna do? My man Graceology, what is going on, brother? How you doing? Welcome on in. Good morning to you. Chat, if you have not had a chance to do so, check the creatives. Is it the creative section or the life and photos section of the Discord? Graceology finished. I think it's finished. Yes, Graceology? You're the He-Man tattoo, the He-Man sleeve, I should say. And it is impressive, like ridiculous. Because it knew Loki's magic wand was coming today and couldn't take it anymore. Bro, that calling it a magic wand. That's a euphemism. Those are some fantastic trunks that Loki's got on. I'll tell you that much right now. I've been gooning in the trenches, as you should. Welcome on in, Rivals. How you doing, buddy? Three more sessions. Oh, you have 3 more to go. But color is start. Okay, so you still got a while to go then. Good for you. Another round of 1,000 needles is coming sooner than later. I am glad to hear. You're gonna have to keep me up to date on how things are going, my friend. We'll see what's going on there, and always make sure to get the updated photos and post them up and wherever you're gonna post them. I think it was Life in Photos this time around, right? If I recall correctly. There, yeah. You know what? Can I post this? Can I? How do I do that from here? Pop in browser. Is that a thing? Can I do this? Give me a second, chat. I'm not a good streamer. This. Oh, fuck off, OBS. Nope, OBS is being weird and won't let me do the thing that I want to do. Is that going to work? Nope, not even close. That's going to work. So that is the beginning of Graceology's tattoo, chat. He's got Skeletor. He's got rocking the Skeletor there. And there is a Man-at-Arms. And if I can find the Man-at-Arms, it will eventually load. Please, Discord, one time. Nope. What the fuck? Why can't Discord give me my damn photo? What the hell? Can we try that again? No. Okay, so apparently Graceology's Man-at-Arms is not allowed to be posted online. I don't know what's going on right now. It'll be shoulder to wrist full color. Okay. Oh, I can see that's right. Because like you still have the sketch at the top of your shoulder there. I don't know why the Man-at-Arms is not working. That's really weird. I don't know if I'm allowed to have 2 photos up at once or something. His arm is too swole for it to be full screen. Bro, I respect that actually. I'm not gonna lie. If the arm was too swole, yeah, it really can't be reached. That's weird. I don't know why I can't pull the Man-at-Arms. And the thing is, like, and I say this with all due respect for Graceology, the Man-at-Arms is what really caught my attention when you first posted the sketch. Or not the sketch, but like the outline. I don't know things about tattoos. You got to bear with me here. When you first posted the outline for it, I'm just gonna call it that for now. B Lemon, welcome on in. I was like, holy shit, Man-at-Arms, like that's godlike, bro. Like I have never seen that before, like for a tattoo sleeve. Man-at-Arms is so good. Seriously, like the stash, it's the little things with the Man-at-Arms. I was like, holy shit. So again, if you have not had a chance to see it, chat, they're posted in Life in Photos. If you scroll up just a little bit in the Discord, in the Life in Photos channel, you will see it. There's a couple of things we wanted to touch on before we actually play the video games today. We're gonna talk about skins. Have we all seen the Marvel Rivals Summer Pass? We touched on the Marvel Rivals Summer Pass yesterday, but there's more gooning going on, chat. And we're gonna have a look at it right here. There is customization and there is gooning going on. And we're gonna have a look at this momentarily. Oh, that's weird. Do I have sound in my headset? Uh-oh. Did you have sound? You have sound, don't you? Give me that shit, seriously. I need a Gooner Bucky skin. Okay, there is sound. That's weird. For some reason, I didn't hear music when that went off, but it's probably because the other music is overriding it. So this is the Summer Psylocke. As you can see here, they did a fantastic job making sure that every Gooner on the planet is going to be trying to get their hands on this fantastic skin. And it has customization options yet. So I'm a fan of this. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big fan of the purple and the black. This is the good stuff right here. I like that the blade that comes through and the slight shade of purple as well. And then we've got the more summery one here going on right now. Now, Chan, what do we all think about this? Are we a fan of Gooner Psylocke? I mean Summer Psylocke? No, it's Gooner Psylocke. It's actually Gooner Psylocke. What are we thinking about this? I replaced Emma with Psy. Look at my party screen. What? I replaced Emma with Psy. Look for my party screen. Had to do it. True. That's fair, sir. I'll have a look-see. Need a Summer Nagata skin? Nobody needs a Summer Nagata skin, sir. The MVP is insane. Let's have a look. Is it the kite? Hello? It's so nice. We'll see it twice. Wow. Okay. Now then. I think that they did Loki a little dirt. All right. I think they did the skin great. I believe, as Grey Scholar G noted, Loki was given a very generous magic wand for his skin here, and by all means, I think that's great work done by the devs. But where's the great MVP? Like I'm looking for Max Gooner Loki MVP. And we didn't get it. We got Psylocke. And I'm just like, this is the Thor of my boat. He's a bum. Yeah, like we got the Thor MVP. But like Loki's getting done dirty here. And I'm not necessarily a fan of this. Less goon, but still goon. Yeah, I mean, like I want more goon. I want the thong for the thing, and we didn't get it. And I want Loki to get like an MVP. And I feel like they kind of shorted him. That twink could never have that much aura. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Leave it to say, as we are going over the course of this weekend, if you are participating or helping things along for our Epic Skin giveaway, these are on the table. Obviously, the Psylocke Summer Skin and the Loki Summer Skin are in the mix. If you are just looking to pick up either the Summer Pass or the actual Battle Pass, that is in the mix as well. So we are going to be doing our giveaways over the course of the next 3 days. Yeah, it's the same MVP from the Summer. Yes, it's the exact same one as the Thor Summer Pass. Psylocke is 2200. Oh, she's a legendary. I mean, honestly, Binsuke, I could probably do one legendary giveaway if we wanted to go that route. I don't think it's going to break me that badly to give away a legendary skin as opposed to an epic if we get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, both goals are like a pretty far away, but if like we hit our goals and they really want the Psylocke skin, I'm not going to say no. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like one of those things where they did a hell of a job. Like, if you take a look at the Psylocke, we covered this before, but like they did an amazing job with the, like right across the board, even like the emote. I think this was awesome. I like this is like, you know, gooning aside, I think this emote's fantastic. You know, like more and more I'm down with these like chair emotes that you can just like kick back and relax in before like the round starts. I think they did a hell of a job with this. You know, you get the animated plate as well, and of course your spray. But I think that in terms of like the Psylocke legendary bundle, they did a hell of a job. And that, you know, if we do this giveaway and somebody's like, I really want the Psylocke, I'm like, okay, fine. Really? You know what I mean? Like, am I honestly going to like deny that? Like, nah, forget it. Like, this is supposed to be by community for community, so we just make it happen, and we go from there. So hopefully over the course of the day, we see if we can reach there. Hopefully the stream holds up. That's like my biggest concern. As we said yesterday, it was a bit of a shit show. By community is right. Good for you. Gooner alert detected a DEFCON 5. What is going on, brother? How you doing? Welcome on in, Skill Mamu. Good to see you, my friend. How have you been, man? I feel like I haven't seen you in quite a while, Skill. Hopefully life is treating you well. So we'll get started in like a few minutes time. I don't know. Oh. Skill Mamu coming on in here on the 41-month resub. Thank you very much for the continued support, my friend. How are you? Welcome on in. Wait a minute, it says no gooning allowed? Report to Goon Jail? Absolutely not. No, we're here for the Goon life, sir. We were absolutely here for the Goon life. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yes, we do have Jeff as our prime alert. At least for the season. I chanced upon the opportunity. I chanced upon that alert like a couple of weeks ago in Miss Tazzie's stream. It was in a different format. And I was like, you know what? I know exactly where this would go. And I was thinking of Serendipity when I put that alert in place, because she typically resubs with Twitch Prime. And obviously Jeff is a huge, Kitty is a huge fan of Jeff, and we're all a fan of Serendipity. So I wanted to make sure that she got something that she thoroughly enjoyed. So we put that in place, and she's very happy. Same for like the same for our end credits. If you're never around for our end credits, you may be missing out on like something like this.
Do you remember who you really are? Show me that you are still the only one for me. I'll be waiting for you.
Not everybody's always here for the end credits. Some folks, they find it like here at the very beginning of the day. Some people are there. Some people are here throughout the entire day. And some folks are only here like at the end. So like they catch the credits, but like other folks don't. Technically, Ultron is already naked by default. This is true. I don't know if Ultron necessarily needs a bathing suit or anything like that. If I go to Goon Jail, does that mean handcuffs? Potentially, with good behavior. Anyone caught gooning will get a visit from me and the Hurt Syndicate. It's not personal, it's just business. I think it's worth the while. I think it is worth their while skill to take the beating, if it means that they can continue to get their Marvel Rivals goon on. Like this is what it is all about. I need to do a quick check on something, chat. Bear with me a second. That's what I thought. For some reason, TikTok's not working correctly. And I knew something was wrong. Didn't know what. Let's try this again. I was trying to see if... Okay. TikTok's up. There we go. That was so weird. TikTok was not working for me. And it was... You know how I am with production. It kind of drives me nuts. You want to walk in on me gooning, you got to pay me first. I mean, standards. Good for you. I respect the hell out of that. Welcome on in, Keysharpy. How you doing, brother? Where's Big Cat on the other side? Holy shit, we already have people that are in the Mototechie, not in the queue. Dark Presence, are you working today? Are you playing today? Are you shooting the shit? How's your Friday treating you? They made bank on these skins. Yeah, I think that I want to, you know what? Can we like talk about this for a quick second? I was gonna post about it in the Discord, because like it's the first thing I noticed this morning. Okay, when you take a look at the Battle Pass, or the Summer Pass, I should say. Okay, the Summer Pass, if you want to earn, like if you want to buy it or purchase it, it's like it's $10, whatever. But if you want to jump to the end, it runs you 60, because you're essentially like buying your way through the pass. Okay, this skin right here, like put this in perspective. Okay, this skin right here, the amount of people I saw who already have this skin in under 24 hours, like just TikTok streamers, whatever you want to call them. They're everywhere. People just dumped off $60 to immediately get their hands on the Luna Snow. You know what I mean? And I'm just like okay. Because like this, I don't even think this pass is restricted. Like you could, no, it's restricted day by day. So it's just like, they went right for it. They used their, possible. They could have possibly used their mom's credit card. We had talked about that before. Oh, there's 0 XP restriction? Mom's credit card, you mean? Yeah. I mean, like, it's just like, what, you really wanted this. And I was talking with like Logan about this yesterday, how he said that like SK, who's like a prominent, Marvel Rival streamer in general, she's just like, yeah, I just dumped off $60. I'm not waiting. I want this immediately. I'm not waiting for this. And I was like, it must be nice. You know what I mean? Like, it must be nice to just be like, oh yeah, sure. I want a skin. And like, I think back a lot of times to League of Legends, because like League of Legends does premium skins every so often, where like top players get to pick their skin. And they had a skin a couple of years ago that was $500 US. And all these people are so mad. They're like, fucking $500. Who's gonna pay for this skin? Tons of people paid for that skin. Tons of people And like for, I think it was like Faker's custom Ari. I'm just like, wow, it doesn't matter. Like there is, I think it just like comes down to more than anything. It comes down to like, do you want to like stand out amongst your fellow nerds? You know, and there's a lot of folks in the space who have disposable, not necessarily like these or any bills that are like really going to like soak them up like offline. So like they just spend it that way. And I'm like, you know what? More power to you. You know, like more power to you. I got one. I don't even play League of Legends. I bragged about it to my psychiatrist. You know, it's like, I think about like the most I've ever spent on a skin was, I think it was like $50. And that was on Legends of Runeterra. And I wanted the Star Guardians bundle, and I was like, they all came with like their own, you know, power-ups and stuff like that. And it was really cool looking. They did a hell of a job with it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to spend this money. And like, it's the only time I've ever spent like what I consider to be a significant amount on skins. And it was for Legends of Runeterra. And now I don't even play that game anymore. Like there's where the real money just like goes down the drain. Never underestimate the ability of a gamer who wants to obtain a collectible. Bro, one of the things that I love to look at on TikTok are like video game paraphernalia / pawn shop / collectible whatever. And I saw a guy who he paid something like $2,000 for a first production. It was like, no, it wasn't $2,000. What was it? He basically paid for like a cartridge that you can't get anymore. Or no. He paid for a PlayStation 1 that you can't get anymore. And it's not like it had like a defect or whatever. It had like something very, very minute, which immediately made that PlayStation like, there's only like 10 of them on the planet or some like random shit. And like, so like he runs his own shop and he goes to this other shop. It had a blue laser. Yeah, like I forget what it was, to be honest with you, Sharpie. But it was like one of those things where I'm just like, holy shit. Like, it doesn't, like the cost is irrelevant. It's entirely irrelevant. Like people will just dump off if it's from a collectible perspective. People will absolutely dump off. And like I've said this before, but coming from like the FGC, you can't really like say shit. Like the last arcade stick that I bought at Evo 2023 was $600. And it's like, I didn't even give it a second thought. I'm like, I want a Victrix arcade stick. I'm going to be the greatest Street Fighter player ever. And then I stopped playing Street Fighter, like, I don't know, like a year later. I just like, I'm not saying that I quit fighting games, but like, I kind of quit fighting games, you know? And so like the stick kind of just like sits there on the ground and just like mocks me on a regular basis. Cause it's just like, at the time I was like fully entrenched and it was the first year of Street Fighter 6 at Evo. I'm like, and you know, my Kanba was going on me and just like, I want to get this stick. And so like you spend the money on the stick and it's an amazing stick. Don't get me wrong. I think it's awesome. But like immediate buyer's remorse, like immediate buyer's remorse, you know, but like, you just kind of like, you just got to hold that shit, you know, like there's no other way about it. Like you just got to hold that shit. I got a Halo Infinite Xbox Series X when we were in Japan. I'm going to hold on to it and sell it down the road. Is it considered to be a collectible now, Binsuke? I mean, think about first edition Charizard. See, like the thing, like Pokemon cards, like I know there's a lot of folks that are just like, why do people like spend X amount of money on Pokemon cards? It all falls into the same category, right? It all falls into the category of like, I want this. This is my passion. This is my thing. Like you can't really put objective perspective on collecting. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, it's like people have walls of Lego, people have Funko Pops, people have Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever else. More power to you. You know, like I'm not really one to, I'm very, very like value oriented, but by the same token, I am not a person who's going to sit there and be like, why would you spend your money on that? Like, no, that's their choice. Like, let them have their fun. They, you know, they work hard or maybe they don't work hard and their mom works hard, or their dad works hard and they use it that way. More power to them either which way. You know, if you want to find something that makes you happy, then just get it. Last stick I bought was the Kanba Drone 2, and then at CEO, my contact handed me a brand new junk food EVO fight stick. Evo fight stick. EVO, why did I say that? Junk food Evo fight stick. How do you like it? Is junk food still doing their thing? They were making waves for like, they were doing like leverless, right? Wasn't junk food like all about like the leverless stuff? I have a 300 pound Pokemon card. Jesus, that is insane. Pay off your debts with it. I definitely didn't already spend over $2,000 to be drawn on with nerds. That's right. Like, that's what I'm saying, Grayskull. But like, it brings you joy, you know. And like, this is the thing that like makes me super happy. You know what I mean? That like your art specifically, when I get to take a look at that, I'm like, that's awesome, you know. And I can only imagine how much joy it brings you as it's happening, you know. So like, you can't put a price on that kind of happiness. You know, I'm sure the sorceress is like all about it as well. It's like, it's a total win-win situation for everybody all around. So good for you, brother. I like it, have gotten some use out of it when I want to practice Street Fighter 6 using it. True. They were at CEO, they're doing good. Okay. And they're making like, but they're doing leverless as well, right, Skill? The sorceress is getting stabbed. She's getting stabbed today? Really? What is she getting? Is she doing He-Man oriented? Is she doing She-Ra oriented? Or is this something entirely different? Let me get here. I want to get caught up with chat. I have like 400 gaming magazines back home from the 80s onwards. I didn't know if they have value. You mean like EGM and stuff? EGM made a comeback, or is making a comeback recently. I see a lot of EGM ads on Instagram, like Electronic Gaming Monthly and like Game Pro and, you know, all that kind of stuff. What am I thinking of? Game Informer, like all those things from like back in the day. I saw an article recently that was talking about how Shenlong is the greatest meme of all time. If you were a kid in the 90s and you were into Street Fighter, then the myth or the legend of Shenlong was a very big deal. And so Electronic Gaming Monthly released an April Fool's joke. The thing is, like, people didn't grasp that it was an April Fool's joke because like magazine production is typically, I think it's like 2 months ahead. But like the April edition, which came out in like February or early March or whatever it was, had the Shenlong April Fool's joke with a very crude, I don't know if they had Photoshop back then, but they had a very crude couple of photos of a character doing a dragon punch with long silver hair. And so the mythos of Shenlong came to be, and now it's like entrenched in the fighting game community. But back then, that's how that started. And so like this article was discussing how it's essentially the greatest meme of all time. It has like the longest legs. Anybody in the fighting game community, especially if you're within the Street Fighter community, knows who Shenlong is. And like they think about like, you know, one day I'm going to be able to play Shenlong. Or like they even had like Street Fighter 4 had a character named Guken, who was like, everything about that character looked like the spiritual successor of like Shenlong. And so they had like all like the right, you know, lore behind it and the look behind it, all this kind of stuff. And then like Capcom's like, nope, that's not Shenlong. You're bored on April Fool's Day? Really? Do you go through like heckling on a regular basis? My fingers are not used to it as yet. Like I understand the concept of it and using it for faster inputs and stuff. But my lord, are my fingers? Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, like Skill, like you've been around the arcade scene for a long time. You're just used to, you know, stick, lever, whatever you want to call it. And so like switching over, like I could never use it. Like hitbox, snack box, junk food, whatever you want to call it. Like I couldn't wrap my brain around it at all. I watched a short. I watched a short yesterday that took English names and turned them into Kanto similar pronunciation, and Logan translated to Nalgang, which means brain stroke. Checks out to me. You got shafted? You did. You really did. Don't worry, Chunky Cheese. It all works out. No, but no one thought I wasn't born. Oh, true. True. That makes sense. The birthday gag. Bruh. Poor Logan. Poor Logan. All right. You want to get the ball rolling today, chat? Who is coming on in here? I know that Logan... No, Logan's not. Who's here? Blank and Binsuke are in the house. I don't know how long Binsuke has. He typically gives us a... Uh-oh. Are we dropping frames again? There's no shot. Don't do it to me. Gonna be keeping an eye on that. How's it monster tasting? I haven't had one since my ejection from the hospital. I mean, like, I hadn't had one in quite a while. It was actually... I love that new notification so much. Grayskull coming on in here with the 550-bit cheer. That's exactly it. It's the punch noise. It's like that weird, like, as he gets punched in the face. It brings me so much joy every time I see that notification. I know like a lot of folks, they do like, if you're in that like that 500 bit range, it's typically our Fire Force emote. But I crafted that one for 501 to 999. And every time I hear that man just go like, ugh, it brings me happiness all the time. Grace College, again, thank you very much for the 550 bit share. We are on our way to tier 5 and potentially unlocking a Gooner skin. We'll see how that goes. Drekken, good morning to you on YouTube. How you doing, my friend? Welcome on in. Always just chatting, my favorite game. Too late. We are not doing just chatting, sir. We are actually jumping right on in to the gaming. We've already done just chatting for the first half hour. We're going to get a couple of games in there, and then we will see what is going on. But how is your Friday treating you, Drekken? Welcome in. Good morning to you. Going to swing things over to the main game. The Gooner squad in the house. There we go. Let's go. I don't know how long Bitsuke has. We're going to grab him. And Blank is here. And Rivals, you're truly Chonk, right? If I recall correctly. We'll find out. I'm outside in the park with my laptop. This is, you like to do that a lot, right? It's a good day for it too. It is so nice outside. I got up this morning and I was just like, holy shit, like it is super nice out here. And I went for an hour-long walk and it was like 18 degrees. You know what I mean? Like right around there, like nothing like too extreme. I think it was like, that's 68 for you heathens out there. Son is at daycare today, so I'm Gucci. Yo, godlike, we're in there. Let's do it. So it was a very, very nice stroll. I was all about it. We'll start with something nice and easy. We're going to be playing all over the map today. Blank is looking for... Actually, you know what? If Bitsuke is looking to play support, Oh, we already have a Jean. Okay, Bitsuke went Jean. Okay. Then I will go this route. I work primarily outside in the summer. I start the day with yoga and then get to work. But today is later because I had to do work recording to start the day. True. How long do you typically like try to stay outside working? And do you have like anti-glare screen, or do you just like twist yourself depending on where the sun is?
There's always a spark of light in darkness. 30 seconds before you
I think you all have game sound. Mixer's right. Okay. And we're not dropping any other frame. We had a little bit of rendering lag. We're still running into issues. I wonder what it is. That's so weird. Hi, Pinky. How are you, friendo? Welcome on in. How is life treating you? Welcome in on YouTube. Yesterday, chat, it sounds like a really, really small thing, but it made me very happy. We averaged 4 viewers on YouTube yesterday. And you're just like, really? Like, you think that's a big deal? It's like, yeah, I do. Like, if I'm in a situation where eventually, if I'm averaging, like, 5's probably the goal. You know what I mean? But, like, obviously, we're on 3 different platforms right now. But the channel typically averages, like, 20 viewers on Twitch once we, like, get the ball rolling. Holy shit, man. But, like, averaging that many on TikTok, not TikTok, on YouTube actually made me super happy. All right, we're gonna get that in there. Did these are 10? Oh, Jesus. Okay, she went right for me. When did you start on YouTube? I started multi-streaming on YouTube about 6 weeks ago, around there. We've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations trying to get YouTube working correctly. And I think we're finally in a pretty decent space with YouTube. The chat is coming through the way that it's supposed to, which was like a really big problem for a while. Streaming to the actual platform was a problem, and then getting the chat to work was a really big problem. I need Rivals to not push without the team. That's going to be problematic too. Take him first. There we go. Oh, Jesus.
are nothing.
Nope. And nobody push with my ult. Awesome. Okay. By all this data, if you can't use it, there's a lot to read there. Give me a quick second. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Why are we peeling? Oh, we were peeling. Okay. We are up 3. We should have this. Yep. Now, if we take... Can we put... The problem in a situation like this is like we are right here, like our strain just keeps backing out, and it's actually like putting like really, it puts a lot of pressure on our back line. So like if Chonk would not back out, that would be super helpful, because like they are making pressure on everybody else very difficult. Like we can keep him up and like he gets to like put his work in, but if he backs out like that, it makes everybody's life really tough. So we can fade that. That's not bad. We should have, yes, we do have Eye of Agamotto. And if they use it, that would be awesome. Again, like the back out right here, we can't really have that. I don't know why he's opening a portal. And again, like your tank cannot back out. We just lost the point because he's like not on. He's like not standing on it. Like I don't really sweat this because I've got my ult. I don't know if there's anything actually in there for him. Yeah, like that's an unfortunate situation. Positioning is so important in these kind of games, and you always have to be aware of stuff like that. Like when you are, if you're main tanking, you can't afford to be walking off point. Like we ended up losing that point because we gave it up and we didn't need to. I'm gonna swap. Sounds good, sir. We didn't need to. Like we need to be pushing line, not walking out of the line. That's just like little things that just gets worked on over time. All right, let me see what we got here. I business myself depending on where the sun is. I work in the same places every day, so I've got my spots. True. Oh, I remember you telling me about this. And you have folks who appreciate your presence. We'll just put it that way in the park, especially in the summertime. All the people who live by know me and talk to me all the time. They say, I know summer is over when you stop coming. Yeah, exactly. Why have all this data if you can't use it? I always say. I mean, hey, it's true. The amount of data that I pay for every month, Drucken, that I think I honestly, like I pay for 200 gigs a month and I get a good rate because obviously through the company that I work for. But the thing that always like catches my attention is that I use maybe 1/10 of it like per month, maybe. Like it's kind of crazy. And a lot of it just stems from the fact that I work from home. Right. So it's just like, I don't really need all that data, but why not? They've got a... We can back out of that. I need our tanks to move forward. Now we can no longer move forward. Wow, like we cannot keep doing that. That is problematic. Yo, Psy Hunter, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Welcome on in. Warm-up game for real, Mishu, what is going on, girl? How are you? Do you use more than 200 gigs, Drucken? Are you a terabyte man? We're doing all right, bud. Kicking back. They're playing our first game of the day. There's so many ults going off. I mean, like, okay, I was about to say I can push, but we don't need to now. But if we don't use our support ults to our advantage, we run into that situation. Okay, I gotta go. Now, hopefully, everybody walks forward. It's really important that everybody walk forward when you do a cloak and dagger ult, and they did not. That is the important part. Blank's going to pick up 2 kills here. Let's see if we can clean this up. So the tanks are moving, which is good. We like to see that. Now, can we make use of it is the question. So I can tell right now, our DPS are not here, which is problematic because our tanks need the help. Yeah, that is really unfortunate. We only have 1 Moon Knight for a DPS, and they did not walk forward with our tanks, and so you run into that situation where your tanks are like not getting any assistance. The ulti served me up to get murked. So like the idea behind popping the ult Trekken is that the ult itself actually heals 220 HP per second and does 80 HP per second damage. So like you pop the ult, and then as long as you're standing in the aura, like if the rest of the team walks with the aura because like it leaves a trail behind, they pretty much can't be killed. Yeah, it heals. Like I'm a support player, right? It heals. The problem is that almost nobody walks forward with the aura, and like they walk away from it, or they get hit and they think to themselves that they're going to take damage. So what ends up happening is like you lose the value on the ult. So like the idea is you push with cloak and dagger, everybody walks forward with it, stays in the aura, and kills the team because like they can't die. Unfortunately, it's not always the best situation. See, like right there, he actually walked away from the aura. I popped it to save him, and then he walked away from the aura. Yeah, like that's a perfect example right there. I popped Eternal Bond to save our tank, save our Strange, and they ran from it. And like that happens so often. Like so often where people will walk away from the value add of the ult. It's a great ult. Cloak and Dagger is such a fantastic character. As a support, like so good. There we go. We're gonna take that round back. I mean, like you have to be. You know what I mean? Like you have to pick your spots in this game. And going triple support is sad. What?
Light can heal and light can harm.
Oh my god.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Walk forward, win gate. You're not wrong, man. You are not wrong at all. What is going on, Alex Chen? How you doing? Welcome on in. Oh my gosh. We just started playing. It's just like one of those like weird moments where you're just like, seriously? You see it a lot though. Like if players are steamrolling the first round and then all of a sudden like they're not winning the second round, and don't portal. You typically don't want to portal at the very beginning of the round. You don't know how your opponent is gonna like push, so you want to be able to get like a better perspective first. You also want to be at the forefront because we're running a double shield configuration here, so you want your Strange at the forefront as soon as you can. But like that's their Cloak and Dagger, so I'm just gonna back out of that. He's gonna try to pop the ulti on their Cloak and Dagger. And there it is right there. So you get the counter roll because it's a one tap. It does heal 220 HP per second, but if you can one tap them for like more than 220, then obviously the character dies. So that's a nice pickup. I don't know what is going on up top. Why is Chonk up there? Please don't take high ground as a tank. Please don't do that. You're going to screw us. I know he wants to make a play with Eye of Agamotto, but in the meantime, what's happening here is that he's hanging out. He's hanging blanked out to dry here because we're losing out on the value of our tank to push the line. And now he dies, right? Like, that's the problem here. I can't rotate for him from that position. Like, that is not a... That's not a good play. He actually lucked out there that he got to work out there. I'm going to do this. We can keep everybody up. But, like, again, like, that situation, entirely avoidable. Entirely avoidable. You don't want to be in a closet. And because I had to pop ult here, we lost out on the point, which is, like, the bigger problem. This is why, like, fundamental play is so important. That entire sequence of events between losing value on 2 tanks pushing a line and then having to run for his life, which in turn prompted me to lose sight of the rest of our team. Like, oh, he solo ulted. He did that to save himself. What a mess. So we get to stand in our own ult, and this is fine. Our Loki replicated Cloak and Dagger. So as long as we're staying in the Black Aura, this is not really a big deal. Nice job from our Loki to recognize the problem. I'm just going to fade that. Wow, there's so much going on right now. That's a great patty cake from our Invisible Woman. That's actually an insane patty cake. Is that Binsuke? Yeah, that was so good. So good. We're going to throw the dome. And we're just going to fade around the Moon Knight ulti. Great. Again, like, our Loki's doing such a fantastic job right now. Sustainability through the roof. This was such a great choice. Binsuke swapping off to Invisible Woman actually clutched that out. Huge Guardian shields there when we were getting pressured by the Black Panther. Well, I was getting pressured by the Black Panther. Really great job, man. Quadzilla in the house. Totally saving my ass. Let's go, Blank. Fundamentally, Rivals, there's things to work on, buddy. That whole sequence with Doctor Strange where you're standing on high ground just to, like, try to get Eye of Agamotto, that whole thing kind of, like, it almost screwed us. Like, almost screwed us. And, like, that kind of situation, I get that it's, like, it's a fun play, but, like, a lot of things went wrong because of it. Like, we lose line pressure, the rotation that you had to pull where the M is chasing you. I have to burn all my resources to save you on the rotation. Like, things like that just aren't worth your while, brother. Like, they've got to move in no matter what. So you're still going to get the same value of Eye of Agamotto, but we could have pushed the line in the process. So, like, that high ground stuff with the Strange, probably not worth it. Probably not worth it. Otherwise, thought he played it pretty well. Blank swapping over to a secondary tank and Binsuke going Invisible Woman, huge difference maker. Absolutely huge difference maker. Oh, shit. I'll grab you on the next one, buddy. I will grab you on the next one. K Sharpie coming on in here on the 46-month resub. Thank you very much for the support, my friend. We'll go with this one more time. What is this? Jeff the Land Shark, sir? Have you not seen that? It's actually pretty much something for Serendipity specifically, because she subscribes through Twitch Prime and she loves Jeff, and Mishu also loves Jeff, and so Jeff was put in place. High risk, low reward play. That's probably the best way to put it, to be honest with you. Drucken, it's like you don't really want to be in a position where you're, like, fundamentally you are straying from. You can use an Amazon Prime to. If you have Amazon Prime, then you have a Twitch Prime subscription, Paul. That's how it always works. As long as you're a Prime subscriber on Amazon, you just connect Amazon to Twitch, and then you get a free subscription. It is always encouraged. Ooh. And Binsuke's gone. Hello. Lord team. I'll get that sorted. Sounds good, sir. That notification for Prime made my brain implode. Good. Get wrecked. We have 4 healers. Did nobody else notice we had 4 healers? I guess not. Don't run into a closet, bro. Nice, big pick. Please don't run into a closet again. And so, like, here, all I'm really doing is, like, laying down Dagger Storm. That's the giant energy, the giant healing bubble. In order to give our tank, like, sustainability. And then the other one goes to, like, the group. But you can see where Rivals is right now. You don't want to be around this corner. You want to hold that corner, but not be around the corner, because then you lose line of sight for your supports. And the whole thing kind of like this goes to hell in a handbasket. So we're just going to lay down Dagger Storm here instead. We got our pick, which is really great. We're going to get a damage multiplier from Terror Cape. And then we get to clear them out. So we're in a good spot here. Don't know about that play. Yeah. Once you're going up 3, you don't really need to be burning off ultimates. Because like you're not going to get the right value out of it. But it's okay. I need seasonal changes reset. I'm broke. I healed Captain. Grinding too hard, bro. See right here? I can't do anything with this. He's probably going to get himself killed. And then, as a result of it... No, he didn't die, but he's in a really compromising spot. That Iron Man is actually problematic at this point. We're in a really bad spot. We're in a really bad spot here. See the lane that we're in right now? It's going to put me in a spot where if he pushes any further... There it is right there. There's your first unnecessary death. Because, like, we pushed further than we needed to. Because, like, keep in mind, they have a shorter walk than us, right? So it's like, now I have to save Rivals by burning off my ultimate when I didn't need to. That's just positioning 101. We can move forward with it now because we have the ult to go with it. But otherwise, he's going to have ulti coming up. There it is. Okay, that's good for us. That's the Luna ult. We get to move forward here. I'm just going to back out of that. Not a big deal. It was actually behind, but we're down 2 at this point because we overextended, right? And like this again, like this is just fundamentals 101. Okay, we're going to get rid of him. I'm going to wait for the Jeff to pop. We're going to fade that so that the Jeff doesn't get any value. And I'm actually going to stand in front of the Venom specifically for the AoE heals. So like we may actually hold here, which is a little surprising because we started out down 2. Nice job from our Jeff. They're going to clear that out, and we're actually going to clear the whole thing. That's fantastic. I was not expecting to win that team fight, to be honest with you. That insight is actually pretty good. Heck, just clip this and turn it into a video. You know what the funny thing is, Draken? I really enjoy doing the, like, quote-unquote esports side of things for Marvel Rivals. But when I look at the, like, the minute-to-minute metrics, like, it always loses viewership. It's so weird to me. Because, like, I feel like so many players, like, really need this kind of insight. Again, like, look where our tank is right now. We got to get out of there. Yeah. I feel like so many players need this kind of insight because fundamentally speaking, so many of them are awful. Like, I mean, like really, really odd fundamental play. This is like a lesson in it. Okay, I'm going to pop this specifically so that I can keep up everybody here. I can walk into my own aura. So like, this is not a big deal for me. I'm just going to recover the health. And you'll notice there's 3 people on me. It doesn't matter. I get to walk this back entirely. We get our pick out of it as well. Like, there's no worries from me whatsoever. They don't have a 1-tap on their team because they gave up their Iron Man. So, like, at this point in time, I don't have anything to worry about. Again, tank a little overextended. Oh, I screwed that up. That's really, really bad for us. This is about to be a lost team fight. And that's... a lot of it's my fault.
I am ready to put on a show.
A lot of that is my fault right there. Yeah. Yeah, we lose it. Okay. So I popped Dark Teleportation early, not realizing that Jeff ult was coming right behind it. And so, you know, that kind of stuff happens. This is a listen in the 12. I mean, for YouTube, screw Twitch. No one is, what? No one is going to learn anything on Twitch, but take this VOD, do a bit of editing and an intro and turn it into a YouTube. I can give it some thought. I'll have to loop back to it. and give it a look. I've never done like content like that for YouTube, despite the fact I probably should, only because, as I said, there is a, I don't know if the word need is appropriate, but like I find that like, yeah, need's probably right. Fundamentally speaking, like the amount of time I spent like harping on fundamentals is like through the roof at this point. I feel that like fundamental play specifically, it's probably carrying you through bronze through probably to low gold, like just straight up basics, and like understanding positioning. That was massive. There we go. Yo, I'll give Rivals his props there. That was a huge pickup. A big 3K coming off of Asgard's Might. So now he can peel here. So like there's two ways you can go about this. They have high ground, and I would not be doing this. We're giving up all of this real estate right here because our tanks peeled. That is not something you want to be doing. The first thing we want to do after we've won that team fight is take high ground and push into their spawn. You want to be able to take as much real estate as possible from the enemy when you have it. If you can put the if you can hold them in their front door, you hold them in their front door. But again, like this is something that a lot of tanks do. Like a lot of tanks. They, as soon as they take control of a fight, they sit on the payload or they sit on the control map and they give up a ton of real estate. And it's like, why would you do that? So I'm going to back out of that because he has the rebound tech there and we don't want to get caught. I'm going to hold, we're going to swap the dark teleportation here and we're just going to wait. And so like their Jeff doesn't get any value. The Jeff goes down. Oh no, the Jeff didn't go down. Their Luna's going to keep the Jeff up. I'm going to let that rock. And we are going to take the... I'm going to do this here. I'm going to keep our tanks up because they're both a little overextended. That's not a big deal. Again, we have Eternal Bond in place, so they're going to get all that HP back. And then we're going to get that on top of it. So that's a win-win situation right there. We got a little distracted because of the Jeff. Now look where our tank is right now. They're way overextended. And you lose 2 sets of line of sight coming around those 2 hard angles. So what we want, we like this positioning in terms of pressure, but we want it from a high ground perspective. I can heal my way through that, so that's not really a big deal. So this is an alt storm. It's not really much we can do about this. We're just going to die. But as long as we don't stagger going into the next team fight, we're going to have this no problem. Because they had to burn their alt economy in order to gain the real estate. So everybody needs to wait. Everybody waits. As long as everybody waits, we win. We can't have our tanks going in without the rest of the team. Now, do you see where is it our Luna? Our Luna is really out of position right now. There we go. Now they pulled it back. And there's our Luna now. Now we get to go forward with the Luna. And as long as he stays on heals, we get to like run right through them. That's not a problem for us either. I actually lost track of that for a second. But the Jeff goes down. This is really good for us. We should be able to survive that. We're going to have... They have their own Eternal Bond. So all I really care about at this point is the Venom in the back. Because the Venom in the back is the only thing that can actually kill me. This is a dicey situation. I'm going to pop. I'm going to buy us some time. Because again, like we can't die here. I got a final hit out of that. And I'm just going to push into the back line. Because I'm going to use Eternal Bond's health regeneration. And it's going to essentially make me a tank. Because like they can't, I just absorb so much damage. And we get the job done. So like that is as esports fundamental play 101 as it gets from me. Good game, good game, good game. So when are you giving away the Gooners? I don't know yet. We're going to have to see. I might give away one just like straight up Mishu, just like out of pocket, but we're going to see if we can hit any of our tier goals first. I told chat that if we hit our goal and they still want the, if they want the Psylocke Legendary, I'll pick it up for them regardless. I don't watch stream when I play. You probably should. Or at least have it muted. Because there's like a lot of like running commentary going on, and sometimes it's important to be able to get that. Unless your bandwidth doesn't support it. You know, if it doesn't support it, it doesn't support it. Nothing you can do in that situation. Let me see. Yo, my man Zalen, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Good morning to you. Well, you're insightful and you have a calming and teacher-like persona. When I'm in that mood, yes, I can do this as a full-on like caster mode, all that kind of stuff. Hey, Yummy, hello, good morning, friendo. How are we? Actually, good afternoon now. Just turned good afternoon. If you just send viewers to watch a playlist called Rival Fundamentals before playing with you, may even make everyone better for it. You know what? That's a really great idea, Drekken. I can actually look to do that. I looked up how not to suck at Squirrel Girl, and it's like throw the nuts. Yeah, pretty much. Squirrel Girl is very much just a positioning-based player. You got to bounce, Grace College. I'm very sorry, man. I know you popped into the queue, and I told you I'd grab you on the next game. I'm like, my mind was not there, man. I'm really, really sorry about that. So when do you get? Okay, so we got that. I hope someone wins Dave. That would be great. Just working. True. It's Friday. Is it Swiss Chalet free work lunch hour and a half wait Friday? About to head into a meeting with my manager. Enjoy the meeting, Ayami. We will talk to you soon. Something just got popped. Nope. Don't give a shit about that. Okay. Probably not. This is bullshit, Salem. Absolute bullshit. Make something not work. It's the only way. There's nobody else in the queue. We're good. Let's do it to it. But yeah, to the point I was making with Drekken earlier, I think the amount of players that between bronze and gold for sure between bronze and gold, who are being held back because they don't understand positioning is really important, like unbelievably important. Probably the number one thing, because people say, what about aim? What about, I'm like, no, aiming is so unbelievably irrelevant in early game. It is like unreal to think about how irrelevant aim is. It is all about being in the right position and understanding how many members of your team are dead versus the amount of enemy team that are dead. And like, because like the amount of times that you see people run back into a team fight and die not realizing their entire team was wiped and they've already put their team into another 5v6. That is, it's not the top for me, but it's like, if there's like a 1 and 1A between positioning and understanding when characters are up and when they're not, that would probably be it. Yeah, worry about your aim where you get near. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, aim is just like one of those things that it needs to be accounted for later on. And then just go forward from there. Bronze to gold, I just group up. I don't even think it's about grouping up because like you can learn a lot about off-angle high ground even at low elo. And because like you don't want to be in a position where you have to worry about learning off-angle. Again, that's positioning though. Like you don't want to be in a position where you have to learn off-angle high ground when you're like in high gold flat. You know what I mean? Like that's not something that should be coming up. This right here, like your tank always wants to be holding on the bottom side of the 90-degree angle, because then when you get exposed, when you're coming around the corner, you lose line of sight for your healer. See where our tank is right now? You don't want to be in that spot. Do we have a lever? Yeah. Play hero and actually heal equals minimum diamond. I think like there's value to botting, to like heal botting. I don't recommend it, to be honest. I was actually having this discussion in another channel today. Somebody was saying that they consider Cloak and Dagger to be a brain dead healer, and I was just like, you're not playing this character very well. If you are in a position where you think Cloak and Dagger is just a brain dead healer, like this character is an absolute monster. And if you're just like botting and you're not picking up kills along the way, you should be having a discussion about what it is that you are doing with your time in this character. So we're just going to surround the point, and it's just going to give us an opportunity to push through. Because their Rocket Raccoon popped Lamp early, it's actually put them in a position where we just get to wipe them. Yeah, there we go. If you're running support ults at this point, One of the things that like, and this is something that you're not going to learn early, but you should be learning at like the intermediate level, is that if you have alt, the general idea is that everybody else has alt. If you take that into account, it really does allow you to manage how you want to place your alts going through a team fight. Like sometimes it's a necessary evil. Other times, like what happened with the that's not going to work. Other times, like what happened with the Rocket Raccoon, where he placed down Lamp, where he placed down I forget the technical term for it, where he placed Lamp early, it was entirely unnecessary. Right? So as soon as the lamp goes down, I get the Pop Eternal Bond in response to it, and there's no answer. Like, they're not going to be able to refill the health, and we're just going to get, like, the max levels of sustain as we, like, push the line. Like, that one Rocket Raccoon, like, mistake has put them in a position where, like, they're trying to, like, fight out of spawn now. And, like, their tank is actually putting the screws to them. I wouldn't chase that. Yeah, see, like, where our tanks just went? They just kind of screwed us. I call it squirrel chasing. When you squirrel chase like that, nice... So, like, they're doing... I mean, like, I'll take 3 alts, to be honest with you. Both their DPS alts and their Magneto alt were burned trying to kill me. Binsuke did a hell of a job trying to patty cake for me. But again, that entire situation right there is stemming from our tanks pushing forward on the chase for the thing. Right? And so what you end up happening is they push forward. They actually got to collapse our line because, like, the... Oops, we'll take that, actually. That's good for us. You can't really get much value here. He probably has clobbering time. Wow. Their Black Panther is starting to, like, own us up in the back. So Blank is playing Namor now, which is a really good choice. And so what I'm going to end up doing here is keeping an eye out for tentacles. So, like, Namor's tentacles are actually... See, like, right there where our tank died? That is what I was talking about earlier when I was saying, like, you want your tanks... So you want everybody to be aware of, like, how many people are dead. That's not a big deal. I can run the counter for that. And I know that their Magneto had already burned ulti before when he was trying to kill me. So I know that he doesn't have another one-tap for us. This is a really good Namor ult. Nice job from Blank. And we can clean up. Now, we can clean this up, but we don't want to chase. You don't want to be chasing that down. You just want to get the hell out of dodge. See where our tanks are right now? They're about to fuck us. They're actually about to screw us over.
Sound the retreat. I am strengthened for battle.
See how they're coming? They get to come out of spawn, and now we're Mr. Fantastic. I have to burn resources just to keep him alive. This is entirely unnecessary. They can't get the kill for that. Right? That's the kind of stuff that, again, when I harp on fundamental play, that is exactly what I'm talking about. 2 characters overextending into enemy spawn. You might have died, but that cake, though, true. It's a warrior's death, right? It's a warrior's death. So, like, this is a really odd spot for us. Only because our Strange is getting pushed on. And I am not going to be able to get... It's going to be close. Okay, there we go. And then I can fade the Magnet. He was super late. He was super late. I got to get out. I misplayed Eternal Bond there only because I didn't account for the fact Magneto would hold it through 2 ults. He actually missed the opportunity in the first ult, and but so he held the entire way through, and I miscounted in that situation. We're gonna try to get back on in there. Black Panther is continuing to work over our backline. I can throw that in there. He's won. Fuck me, man. Okay, nice job. That's actually huge. He's just buying time, and we don't want to chase that either, as Rivals chases that. Okay. because like they've got the shorter spawn point right there. This is just not a good look. This is how your tank dies. Yeah. This is how your tank dies. 101. 101. Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to clip that. I'm getting destroyed by Black Panther. So, like, that's a rotation thing for Binsuke. I can't really, like, teach that on the fly. That's actually, like, an even matchup for Invisible Woman. Again, our tanks are ahead of the rest of the team, and they're gonna die again. They're only peeling. Got it. So I actually had to play that a little further back, specifically because Binsuke had noted that he's getting pressured. I get the pop again, because their Magneto does not have it. And we're gonna clean this up a little bit.
I am ready to put on a show.
And then I'm just gonna reset this here, and I'm gonna be keeping an eye on Binsuke. I'm gonna play this a little bit little tighter back because you can see the Black Panther right there. He's gonna be trying to make an angle for the supports again. Now if we panic kick, so he doesn't have a position yet. He's running at this point. He's waiting for us to like no longer be in play. And nobody else is looking, which is unfortunate. That's like the unfortunate part of that situation right there. If we have one other character who can actually like take a look at the Black Panther aside from the two supports, then you're probably in a better spot. That's a really good situation for us. We're gonna lose out on the, or they lost the value on the on 2 ults actually. No deaths right there coming out of 2 ults. We just have to get to spawn or get to the point, and nobody got to the point. So it's just like one of those weird things. If you take a look at that right there though, like I clip this and I'm gonna wait for, I know Quadzilla not happy right there. Nobody was actually bothering to help him out. I hit Squirrel Lord. God, like that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see, Chu. We're gonna grab this here. I don't know how you all play with me, Nagata all analysis, and I'm just like I come from a background where I've done a lot of like shoutcasting for games, mainly fighting games specifically. And so I am used to this at this point in time, just being able to play on the fly and convey what is going on, especially from a support perspective. When you're playing support, you kind of like get the whole screen. Right, you get to see what is going on in every lane, whether it's front, mid, or back lane. I could evade quick enough. It was just like a 2-tap on my Invisible Woman. So like the thing with the Invisible Woman is what you need is to get your rotation down, Binsuke. Because once if you see the Black Panther, that's the real key. If you can see a Black Panther, you can win the one-on-one matchup. As soon as the spear comes out, you pop Force Burst, and then it kills the Black Panther rotation. Right, because he gets to push forward, but he doesn't actually make a connection, which means that he doesn't get to reset like crisscross applesauce. It doesn't connect accordingly. So like, it's really important for you to understand. It's just like you see Black Panther, you get Force Burst because they're all going to lead with Spear. Every last one of them is going to lead with Spear. You get Force Burst for the push out. You get Psionic Burst, like your swirly deal. You place it at your feet, and then as they approach, you're able to win the 1v1 accordingly. Now, hopefully, somebody peels with you. In which case, you get to place Guardian Shield in front of yourself or in front of your patty cake partner, and that's just going to hold them in place. Like no Black Panther's beating you that way, like none, not at this elo. You know what I mean? Like at that elo where they're just trying to be like a TikTok hero, it's not going to work. But like getting the rotation down is important. I would suggest, because like there's a lot of people out there, good pushes will definitely help against dive a ton. Yes, I would suggest that a lot of people take the time to look at training mode. There was an adjustment that was made in training mode in season 3.0 where they basically gave you a danger room. And so you can program the PC to be like, hey, I'm Black Panther. I want to eat your asshole. And so you can play your character and it will go through drills with you where it's just like, hey, this is coming at you. How do you want to go about this? So like, do you want to get force push? Do you want to get psionic burst? Do you want to get like any of these situations where it's like, how can I find my way around this? Diablo 314, thank you very much. No, that's not right. Well, it's supposed to be Diablo. I think it's supposed to be Diablo. Diablo 314, thank you very much for the follow and welcome to the lockdown. I'm the God of Lock 2. Thanks for joining me today. So like you can go into the lab and find this stuff out. This is where I'm at the point where it's like when people are just like, how come nobody's helping with this character? I don't know how to deal with this character. They gave you the tools. The Rivals devs gave everybody the tools this season to be like, hey, you can go in the danger room. You can see where your bad matchups are. Yeah, I swapped to Loki Dark, but it was too late. Yeah, and so like that is a prime example as well. Swaps are at your disposal. I say this like all the time. If you have players who are running like double projectile for DPS, and we're running into like a double fire comp, whether it's an Ultron Iron Man, whether it's a Storm Iron Man, whether it's Human Torch Storm, anything along those lines, just switch the hit scan. Play like if you need to be able to have at least one hit scan at your disposal if you're going to play DPS. You cannot one trick DPS as projectile. Like you're just dead. Like you're so dead. And you are, when in doubt, hit scan it out. Yeah. And when if you were like hard, like locked in, you're like, I don't want to get off whatever, Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl, you know, Mr. Fantastic, whatever, you might as well just tell your team to go fuck themselves. You know, in quick match, not a really big deal. You're going in there to get practice. But if you're like playing comp and you are a projectile one trick, you are doing everybody else in your team a disservice. If like, even if like your Hela, Punisher, Hawkeye, Phoenix are not great, you're still giving yourself a better chance if you are putting in the work with hit scan. Yo, Double O does sub. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you, sorry. Moon Knight one tricks are the worst for real. It's a tough spot. And I think that like, I feel that, give me a second. Okay, so that's 3. So we're going to wrap there for this rotation. We're going to grab Alex Chen. We're going to grab Logan. We're going to grab Mishu. And then we will see what is up. We're going to go here, here, and here. I'm doing expense reports for a trip, and I'm dying trying to find all these receipts. Yep, always got to keep the receipts, buddy. Always got to keep the receipts. We're waiting on one more Binsuke. Oh, you guys are jumping right back on in. Okay, so we're going to grab you two. We're waiting on Mishu for the last spot, and then we'll be off to the races. So we're going to grab Quadzilla, and we'll grab Blank. Week 1 Spider-Man main, by the way. All right, sir. We're in there. There's Mishu. And we got our 6. The queue is closed. And we're off to the races. Always keep your receipts, sir. Always keep your receipts.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging. We are Cloak and Dagger. We are Hope and.
Ooh, Psylocke one trick. Ooh, you got bopped. Immediately bopped. Been trying Hulk and Venom lately. Madman, sorry. I didn't get a chance to welcome you when you first got here. Sorry about that. You originally came in from Rage's Side's channel, yes? Do I call that correctly? Could be wrong. Oh, came in from Dennis. Okay. My mistake. We have so many great communities that are connected to lockdown, so sometimes I make the error. Hulk has value this season. There's a lot of people who are not high on Hulk, but aggressive Hulk that understands shield management has crazy value as a dive tank, like insane value as a dive tank. So you just have to understand when you need to pop shields. You need to be able to understand when you want your jump cooldown to like work effectively so that you can peel back to your support. It is not, he's not an easy character to learn, to be honest with you. I think a lot of players play Hulk and they think, oh, I just jump in and jump out, and that's not the case. Like, you need to be right up in there. So we're gonna rotate through. And so like right here, that's problematic. We already lost value on our tank because he jumped forward, and then, yeah. So we're up 1. I'm going to send the bubble up there, and we're going to actually hold on to high ground for the time being until somebody forces me off. Because, like, we have line of sight, like, right across the board. And, like, I've said this before. People, we don't want to leave the point. Like, we're giving up real estate that way. I'm going to throw another bubble for our tanks here. And look at the value that I just got from playing off angle. Didn't really have to do much else aside from play off angle and high ground. Because we should have this, by the way. Like, our tank shouldn't be healing. We need to... Kensuke's got to stay in that fight. And trust that Logan and I are going to keep him up. Every time you're, like, a Hulk heals... Ooh, okay. Yeah. I mean, this is actually not terrible. We should have probably taken this by now, but we'll see how this goes. So, like, you can see there's an Iron Fist on our left-hand side. I'd rather capture and then take the rest afterwards. I can pop here. Yeah. And we're gonna have a cleanup crew here momentarily. The Emma's last on the list, but she is here, so we're just gonna take it. We're gonna move that out of there. And then I'm gonna rotate here, and you can see Mishi was on the back, and she's getting crazy value right now. The only thing that she's really worried about is the Wolverine that's pushing their back line. We're going to move up, which is actually the right play, but they're not aware of the Wolverine. And so we are... Oh, it's a good thing they're bad. Oh. Yeah, it's actually a good thing they're bad. That could have been an easy 3K. Easily could have been a 3K.
We are undefeatable.
Oh, I screwed that up. I screwed that up real bad. I don't think it would have mattered. They're pulling... It's an alt storm here. So I want to die with the team. So I'm just going to hold on to the point as long as I can. They don't have a Black Panther, so nobody is going to eat Mishu's butt. But don't go in without everybody. You die as a team for a specific reason. And you can see right here, look where our Psylocke is right now. This is 101 right there. Absolutely fundamentals 101. We're going to clip that one as well. Because that should not have happened at any point. Psylocke going in without the team. Entirely unaware of like what was going on. We're going to try to take the lamp. This is another great invisible boundary here from Binsuke. Or from Logan, I should say. Okay, the Wolverine can die, though. Oh, he had 60 and 1 health. Now, if the team will wait, like literally just wait for 1 sec. Okay. Oh, man. I wonder if we'll wait this time. Oh my god. And we're peeking here. This is so pointless. Like, nobody should be peeking until we have everybody back. Yep, they have Mantis ulti, so we still can't peek. We got time. We have plenty of time. Okay, Mantis is out, and now we can push. And we're going to clear this up. Now, as long as Binsuke doesn't peel, and I can get put up, that would be great. Thank you very much. I'm going to rotate away from the... Unfortunate there. So, when you take a look at a round like this, we lost 2 team fights because we didn't wait for a whole team. When you take a look at that, right, and you lost 69 to 99 or whatever it is, first team fight, we lose because our Psylocke ran in front of 6 people. No idea why. Shit happens. Okay, cool. Second team fight, we go in there with 2 people who are peeking, and we lose that team fight. And now you have to wait all over again, right? Like, this is the kind of stuff where if you're ever wondering, like, I don't know what happened, that's what happened, right? Simple, fundamental play. If you died as a team, or you were the first, if you're the first one to die on the last team fight, you're clearly the first person to respawn, which means you're the first person that could potentially be going on to the point. Don't go. It's just that simple. Don't go. You know? Shit, my food is like a minute away. If you have to step away, you gotta step away. It's not the end of the world, bud. It's just like one of those situations where if you're putting your team in consistently putting your team into a 5v6, you have significant fundamental flaws that need to be addressed. This is the kind of stuff that like can be worked on as long as you're aware of it. You know what I mean? As long as you're aware of it, it can make a world of difference in the way that the rest of the team fights will go. You know, because like hopefully you won't make those same mistakes again, and then you can go forward from there. Now their tank can push the point immediately. We don't even care about him. We'll get him last. We'll get him last. Or we'll get him first. Okay, well, we don't have a choice now. We could deal with the squishies first, but we didn't. So we're just going to do it this way. And now we have to push. Like, you can't leave the point. And, like, I need Binsuke to put... There we go. That's a great... That is a great ult. That is a great, great ult. Okay, we're up 1. Up 2. So I'm not going to be burning ulti here, I don't think. I don't think we need to. If we can clean up the rest, because we're already up, right? That's a great invisible guardian shield from Logan. Okay, now I don't have a choice because we didn't clean up in time. That's not a big deal for us. We take the lamp immediately. And then we just look for the squishies because we already have Eternal Bond in place. So we take the squishies out of the equation and we look for the supports first as a target priority. Unfortunately, this Iron Fist is still in play, which is a little disappointing. But again, we're going to be looking for... Unfortunate. We should have this. The Iron Fist was the only one left. But, like, that was actually, like, Logan's play was so good. Yeah, we should have this. We're going to get the res on the... They're going to get the res on the Iron Fist. Yeah, Logan's going to get another invisible boundary in that situation, and that should be the insurance policy to clear out the rest. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, I'm giving my back to them coming out of spawn. So, like, our... There we go. What we really want here... Well, one, we're going to take this. Find the rocket. But, like, Nishu is in... Okay, they're in an okay spot. Their rocket is going to be flanking us the entire time. But we could probably deal with that late. Yeah, because, like, the rocket right now is actually... Okay, so now we get that... We're still not looking at him. There's a lot going on in that scenario right there. The biggest being that our tank literally walked away from Scarlet Witch to kill me. So we reset. We have a great opportunity to reset. Logan's invisible, not a big deal. Nobody's seeing that. Are we all here? We're all here. Okay. Their flanking Rocket Raccoon and Iron Fist were a big factor in losing that team fight. Their Mantis is low. So we want to wait for him to exhaust his cooldowns. I'm just going to keep him up. Bro, there's no way that I have to burn here, do I? I do. Fuck. This is not really a big deal. I get to envelop everybody. Nice shot from Logan there. That's actually a force push that created that situation. I'm gonna lay a Dagger Storm down, and we get the... And we... Man, Logan's Invisible Woman's actually batshit. I was joking with him yesterday, and like, it makes me sick that your Invisible Woman is better than mine already. He plays better than I do. Like, really, really strong Sue Storm. Logan missing his calling as a support this entire time, or just as an Invisible Woman this entire time. Actually crazy. Their Iron Fist is actually putting in insane fucking... I was already on my way back when the team got wiped. So that's going to be game. Their Iron Fist put in insane work. Like, actually insane work. Unfortunate turn of events right there. A lot of little things come back to bite you in spots like that. the biggest, like, if you look at like the linchpin of that match, I was cranking out. You play so well, man. Your Invisible Woman is actually insane. If you take a look at like the linchpin of the loss in that situation, it's the Iron Fist and Rocket Raccoon sitting on the point that were never addressed. We ended up pushing spawn with the Rocket Raccoon on point, and that's one of those little things where if we had just smacked the raccoon on a stagger, and I think a lot of people just weren't aware the Rocket Raccoon was there. But if we kill the raccoon on a stagger and then the Iron Fist on the stagger, then push point, the whole matchup's different, right? Like they have to play off a stagger point, but everybody pushed spawn with 2 players behind us, with 2 enemies behind us. And so one goes down immediately, and then I peel for them, and then I go down as a result of it, and then the whole thing collapses. There's like little things like that like have to be accounted for when you're playing on a... We had a lot of domination maps today. Holy shit. Those are like the things that you have to account for when you are playing on control maps, right? Like you have to, again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like you take a look around and be like, hey, did we count 6? Is what it comes down to. It's like, did we count 6? Right? If you didn't count 6, if you didn't see six reds or whatever color code you're using, then take a look around. Like, what are you missing? Where's the flanker? Where's the person who's hiding? Like anything along those lines. Those are the little things, especially when you're getting them on a big stagger. Like if you're getting a Rocket Raccoon on a stagger, you're taking out primary support, right? Like you're getting rid of the support coming into their next team fight. So their 5v6 has made all the worse. It's not like they're losing out on a DPS or like anything along those lines or a tank. They're losing their primary means of healing. So like that Rocket Raccoon, absolutely worth the while to kill, but we didn't catch it. And so like the whole thing kind of collapses.
Let's hope they're just as useful here.
We go.
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission.
Ba-da. So I'm not too big on this play. We just split the team and our tank went low ground. So like now we're in a really odd spot. Like you see the rotation here? I have to burn Dagger Storm early and we just lost somebody already. Like this is just not a good spot any which way. We can probably clean this up. I can keep blank up. We really shouldn't have won that, but it worked out. Because like we basically did that with, did we have 1 support? Yeah, it was just me. And like that's the difference right there. You start 4-0 versus 0-1 because our Luna decided that she wanted to push ahead of our tank on low ground and our tank followed. Like little things, chat. Now here we are again. We haven't pushed, right? So like we held point. We just gave up all the real estate and high ground. And this is the second time where I'm just going, what are we doing here? Like, we're going to make him peel. But like, look what happens when you give up all this real estate. They just get to collapse on us as a result of it. This is why it's so important to play high ground or to push the action. Okay, I'm going to take that. And we're going to rotate around for that. That's a really unfortunate turn of events. Yeah, so we down 2. We just reset. Like, we actually just fully reset. Except that they're not going to reset. So we're going to collapse twice. Like, we're going to get double staggers. There it is. Look, Draco was right. This is literally a YouTube video on everything not to be doing. Like literally a YouTube video. And I've got like a running commentary on it on top of it. Okay, we go again. Take that out of the equation. We're going to get blank back up. We can actually take him as well. Is that a solo ult on her Syla? All right, I'm going to take you out of the equation, too. We're going to send the Dagger Storm ahead of them. Alex Chen should be able to clean that up. Nice job. Okay, this time around we push. We absolutely push. Push, please, 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 please push. Okay, here we go. And they're on a stagger right now, which is really good for us. Because keep in mind, this is the... Okay. I'm gonna...
I am ready to put on a show.
Okay.
Just keep going. The area's almost yours.
Take it in stride.
Tippy Joe says we're ready to go.
They're gonna push the point. And I'm gonna push with them. That's not a big deal. Yeah, we're just gonna win this outright. I knew that they would push with an ult storm. This is not a problem either. Yeah. So Eternal Bond does not count as being against on the point. It doesn't count towards the overtimer. So like I said, I don't really give a shit about that. But their Iron Fist actually screwed them because he got off point chasing supports. And so he actually lost out in the value of the overtime.
Always afraid of Ty, but they just don't know him.
It's your guy Nagadala coming at you with Fundamental Plays 101. Step 1, positioning. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates.
Get ready.
Let's do it to it.
What year is it where you come from?
Good old tunnel vision backliners. Yep. Link is in my bio, bro. Are you following Nagadala on all their social channels? Take a look at this link tree. Make sure you subscribe everywhere and let me know. Slime. All right, we go.
I don't think I could handle the pressure.
So again, take a look at our Luna. What are the odds our Luna dies before our tank even gets there? So she dropped. She already gave up high ground. I'm not even looking at her.
There they are.
We're gonna play this from high ground first,
That one hurt.
please, for the love of Christ. Okay, Bitsuke's with me on high ground. Now we can take the person who's hanging on the left. It was their Bucky. And now if Bitsuke just dashes on them, or not, okay. We're trading, we're actually up 1. I'm in a really shitty spot. And that nest is just sitting in the back. Yeah. You know what would have been great? A second support. Except that they died at the beginning of the fight because they ran ahead of everyone else.
My time to shine.
Remind me to make sure I can't have that person as a teammate after this game is over.
Here they come now.
Now, let's see if we play this from high ground this time.
That's better.
Like, their team can sit on the ground. It doesn't matter. We want to make sure that we have high ground. So I don't recommend doing what Binsuke just did because they have Nest.
I'm ready.
There may be a mess in there. It may actually be a mess. This is a lesson learned. We could probably just die as a team at this point and just like back out. Oh, you don't want this. You really don't want this. Oh, the 2 tanks. Okay. Okay. I've never ran into the same player in QP ever again outside of stack versus stack. That's fair. I mean, we could be facing a stack, though. We don't know.
wasn't
I
sure
do
we could
know
switch
that
again.
our Luna is 2 and 5 and driving me up the wall. We miss. It's I was about to say your boy Logan, but he's eating right now, and we're already down 1. We don't want to drop yet. We actually have time for another team fight. Unfortunately, that's going to be problematic. And so they burn ulti. I mean, like, we go with it because we don't have a choice. But they burn solo ult, and they didn't get off damage mode. Oh my god. Oh, they trampoline. Oh, that's a lost point. I can't do better. This Luna is raw ass. I'm just gonna wait. It's fine. All right, we go to the 3rd round. Oh my goodness. The trampoline, actually unbelievable. More like Luna throw. Oh my god. And the goddess says, Penny isn't good. That was a lie. She's perfectly fine. How dare you, Brick and Nick? Penny is bottom. Legitimately bottom. But you also have to be able to understand that I was targeting the nest for the push. I saw where you landed, though. Like, the landing there doesn't really, like, work out, Binsuke, because you put yourself in the middle of the fight. So it's like, even if the nest is there, you have to account for the fact that the mines will get you before the nest goes down. So, like, you're at worst or at best, you're getting a nest for a tank in a trade. So, like, that's not really worth your while. Your DPS, because they had high ground over the hole to the point, they could have just, like, picked off the nest from high ground, and you don't have to drop for it, right? Like, you wait an extra 3 seconds, and again, look at our Luna, and there goes our Luna throw. Like, unbelievable how much this Luna is just putting the screws to the team. Yeah, we're gonna pop. And I'm not gonna pop on the point, only because the nest is there and I can't account for it. Keep in mind the nest is still in play. That's a choice.
I'm ready to put on a show.
Don't need to play today. Got to get my storm skin and weekly guest. You can do it. Get your game on. Misu swapped over to Rocket, which is actually a really great choice because our Luna's a complete write-off. Like, complete write-off. The fact that her new name is Luna Throw, copyright your boy Logan, is telling. They just ran in again. So, like, they should just, like, peel off of that, to be honest. This is gonna suck. And, like, my job at this point is to find the nest. There it is. And get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, they had a second nest because of the rocket. That's game. All right. Unfortunate. I'd never want to play with that Luna ever again. Is Wolverine bearable now? He made Vanguard's life's hell. If he has a Jean Grey, he's still a monster. He's not busted anymore, but he's definitely strong. Like, very, very strong. What's it like to have a good Luna? Yeah. 19 and 3 versus 4 and 9. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Might as well. I had to. Like, I had no choice in the matter. It's got to be asked. Like, just unbelievably running, just literally like running into the fight without anybody else. Crazy.
The right heroes can make all the difference.
Are we?
Cloak and dagger. We are hope and fear.
Okay. Okay. This is actually, I was about to say, this is a good Scarlet Witch map because we get the Doctor Strange on tank. No, it's all good, bad man. Appreciate it though. Appreciate you, buddy.
Create equilibrium. When it gets disturbed,
Sometimes it just does not work out that way.
you'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
We've got us a summer skin from Binsuke. Binsuke and his magic wand. Lil Ubo and Blank doubling up. Bum, bum, bum. So Blank's gonna be looking for the initial kidnap, which is a great look. But our tank, who is the linchpin of the initial push, got out of spawn late. You know what that means? We're about to get fucked over. Alex is probably in a yeah. So both our DPS probably use an adjustment in their positioning. Or the other two DPS use adjustment in positioning. Now take a look where our Strange is right now. He's actually putting the screws to Blank because like he's playing so passive, and Alex is actually playing too close. What she wants to do is play just behind the Strange, except that she's playing ahead of the Strange and she got melted for it. So our Strange is playing pretty passive. Like it's making things really difficult. We're gonna get a Dagger Storm for, yeah, our Strange is just bad. I'm going to take him out of the equation. Yeah. Unfortunate turn of events right there. Their Strange moved forward. Our Strange does not. And we're just going to get the heck out of there because it's no longer winnable. Oh, God, that sucks. Well, I die now. Yeah. That's literally the stage screwing me. Yeah, that's like positioning 101 right there. Our tank decided that he wanted to play passive, and we had DPS moving ahead of tank and getting smoked. So, like, you just run into spots where you're like, you know, 0-2, 0-3, whatever it is after the initial team fight. Now we wait.
Fall back and regroup.
That's just getting caught between two spawn points. Now they have a Psylocke, and I'm just gonna keep. We have sustain here, so like we can take the Psylocke. I don't like fighting over on this side of the map, only because like there's ledges. We don't get a clear view of who's coming in on both sides, and there goes Blank. I had to peel, right? Why we're playing on the right side? No clue. I don't have a choice. I can pop here. I don't really mind this. We can coax that out of them, but more than anything, we're just like relieving pressure. That's actually an insane stampede. Like really, really good. We can get that out of the equation though. The Psylocke on the right is a problem. That should keep everybody up even during the Strange ult. Yeah, it does. Okay. There's a Psylocke that's just like sitting there and getting away with murder, and nobody's noticing it on our left side. And the thing is, this is going to be on me. She's probably going to rotate to our right. And if she does, I am going to be dead. Nope, the Psylocke is going to get there. The blank swap. Blank swap. And we get to stabilize here. Now keep in mind, though, their Psylocke is still in play. She's going to be looking for a pick as soon as the next team fight starts. Keeping an eye out for her. Yep, there goes our bad Strange. That is bonkers play there from Blank. I'm keeping an eye out for the Psylocke. I'm just going to back out of that. It's a lot easier just to back out and find coverage than what just happened right there. Like, both of our DPS, they kind of just, like, double jumped, which, like, doesn't really, like, work out that way. There's the Psylocke on the left. Oh, I can push through this because they don't have the one tap for me. So we're going to see if we can get that Luna to, like, pop her ulti again. I don't care about him. Yeah, I'm looking for them. We can take the Strange last because the Eternal Bond is still going to keep me up. I get sustainability out of it. And then we get to reset here. I cannot keep our tank up. I don't think he's actually aware of his own spacing. Or his own positioning, I should say. We're going to get a Dagger Storm up for Blank, though. Nice hold right there, actually. That's very good stuff. They didn't jump into the Invisible Woman ult. They walked further away from... Yes. And so, like, that's the other thing that I should have, like, touched on. As soon as you... Where is our tank going? I guess we push with them. I mean, this is going to be Eye of Agamotto. I have to wait. He's got to pop it eventually. Yeah. It's actually huge. I don't like my spacing right now. It's actually really shitty. Yeah. And it's like, that's my own fault because my back is towards the rest of the team. But I had to keep our tank up and I paid for it there. That's just bad play on my part, to be honest. I probably should have just rotated. But we see if we can get out of it. We just lost our other tank. Do we have a Strange still in play? No, we don't. We can wait. We can wait. We can wait. We have time. We can wait. Three, two, we go. And we just wanted to buy all the time we could. I don't know. God, this guy fucking sucks. God. This tank is just driving me insane. Why did he wall himself off? He blocked himself out of the ult. I, honest to God, Madman, thought that I thought that their tank was the group. Because why else would a tank block himself off in the middle of a support ult? You know what I mean? Like, who in their right mind is blocking themselves off from their own support? Oh, man. Oh, my God. We're going to get the Dagger Storm up for him. I don't think I could do anything for that. We've been holding on to Scarlet Witch ult for a long time. A long time.
I wasn't sure we'd get this chance again.
We lose our other support. We're probably going to lose... Okay, we're trading, technically. He blocked himself off from being healed again. The lost point. We're out. Okay, they're going to come through the door, so we need to go. And yet they're going to rotate. This is problematic. Okay, good. We reset our spacing there. Mishu's got to get out of that corner. She's going to get mauled. I really don't like where we are right now. They can come at us from 2 different points. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Mishu rotated, thank goodness. We're just going to back out of that because we don't want to deal with the Punisher. Michi's going to have to crisscross or she's going to die. Get out of there, friendo. Get out of there. Oh, I love the Guardian Shield there. Yeah, we're going to get the bubble. Oh, why are we walking into that? Don't walk into the Punisher, please. That is some moth to the flame type shit right there. I'm like, all of a sudden, I just see this person walk towards the Punisher all the time. What are you doing? Oh my god. We can melt the squirrels. That's fine. Now, keep in mind, we're in a position where we can be flanked on the other side. I really don't like why we're standing right now. We're going to get backed over. There it is. We really shouldn't be here. Like, look at the position. That right there is going to be a problem momentarily.
Your powers are mine.
We're going to give him his bubble. Yep, I like that. Thank you very much. We will absolutely take that. Binsuke with the clutch invisible boundary. I don't like blank spot, but I'm going to give him his... We're going to take that out of there. That's a huge win for us. She tried to save her... They're finally flanking. That's okay. We're going to back all the way out. All the way out, all the way out, all the way out. All the way out, all the way out, all the way out. There we go. We wait for blank. We get to make one more push. I'm going to have Eternal Bond. I don't like the spot that we're in right now. We're going to be flanked on the right-hand side. We're just waiting on blank. We have time. We have room to give. Not a big deal. There's our tank. That is unfortunate. That is really, really unfortunate. We still have room. As long as we don't stagger here, we still have room to work with. Not a big deal. Our bad Strange, who is now a bad Punisher. Nice, Mishu. Clutch. These 6th-person randos are going to give me an anxiety attack. Sorry about that. Woo. Mishu coming in clutch at the end. The big 2K. Getting her done. This Frosty Wafers dude. Oh, rough day at the office, man. Rough day at the office. And the thing is, this stat line would make you think that they had popped off. They just made everybody's life so unbelievably difficult. Just the weirdest play. Man, the walling themselves off in my support alt is just one of the weirdest plays I've seen in a while. You're walling yourself off in the middle of a support alt? We go. I gotta say one thing though, Binsuke's Invisible Woman. Clutch, bro. Clutch. The counter invisible boundaries during a couple of those DPS alts. Bro. We love to see it right there. We love to see it. I love having a group that sticks together. Makes life easier. So we've got a different Invisible Woman. Binsuke gets free reign or whatever it is they want to play. But yeah, they played really, really well that game. Really well. I should get an allergy pill because my sniffles are coming on through. I'll grab one after this game. Too kind? Nope. I just give props when they're due, sir. Absolutely clutch play. You know me at this point, Quadzilla. If I think that something stands out as negative, you're gonna hear about it. But if you play well, man. You absolutely deserve all the props. It made me float all the way up in the air. It was probably just the way that the stage was being reconstructed. You probably need to burn your ulties a little bit more often, though, Alex. You held your ult for like 4 team fights? And like that kind of stuff, you're just like, you're leaving a lot of value on the table. It doesn't have to be about getting like a 4K or anything like that. It's just about like, you know, sometimes just like moving people off. Oh God. Okay. There's so much dive. How much dive is there? Cap, Black Panther magic. Okay. Guess who ate my butt? Yeah, that's right. Those Wakandans, am I right? That's racist.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, nice job. So he has to reset here, right? And nobody caught that, which is really problematic. We're gonna get Mishu. That actually worked out. She like peeled, and it gave us an opportunity to deal with dive. So their Black Panther is not very good, which is great for us. No, shut the fuck up. Okay, invisible boundary is good for us. We get to move forward. We want to probably take this brute out of the equation. Yeah, we can take the Adam Warlock as well. Yeah, that's nice. The Cap's on a stagger. Oh, he's smart. He just let himself die. I love to see that. I love to see that. He knew what was going on. He needs to get back to his team. He does not want to stagger any further. That is a total win play from their Captain America. I love that play. There's an Adam Warlock on point. I don't love that play. That guy's just an idiot. So Dorkchild's coming in. There's a lot of ults popping here. The target priority is actually super smart. I can't do anything about that. What's that, Cap? That's exactly what he was doing, Madman. I just laid that out. Sorry if you just asked that question. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. So his team went down. Like all 5 players went down. The longer that he tries to stay on point to buy time, he can't get there. Like it's going to be 6 people on one. So he dies with the team. Oh, I'm not too sure what was going on before that. I might have missed it. No rotation for you. Oh my God. This is actually entirely winnable. Yeah. Oh, he should die, bro. I got solo ulted there, and he, wow, he actually lived. They got the full reset? Yeah, they did. But we stabilized, though. That could be problematic. Nice. Big pickup from Blank. Really nice job all around. They are going to get the res coming off of the Rocket Raccoon. Never mind, I take it back. You're just bad. Thank you for the patty cake. Alex is way too far up. One of the things you have to be aware of, like if you're going to play flank, it's one thing, but also like if your team is bunched a certain way, you should be playing like with your team. Fuck, man. Nobody looked at Lamp except for me. Came back to bite us. That kind of sustainability has got to go. Rebels is the big download, sheesh. 85. Is it 85 gigs? Really? Our tank died last, so we wait.
Pull back and regroup. Could use a couple minutes here. Let's take a step back.
There we go. And again, like that's like the little things you need to look at. Our Venom or Binsuki was the last person to die. Do you see like where Alex is right now? She's probably gonna screw this up, like screw us over here. Yeah. Nice job. Thank you, Mishu. Let's see if we get a pick out of that. Nope. Okay, so I have to pop that. That should be fine. Yeah, that doesn't really matter either. As long as they stayed in the, yeah, we kind of like, we get to cook here. No. So playing for healers is absolutely the right play. Playing for healers when you're the only player on the team is not the right play. We're all coming back from spawn and you're running a 1v6 against support. So like that's why you die in that situation. Silac was meant, yeah, I understand that. You're not really in a position to argue this. Like you're running dive into a 1v6. There's no chance you're taking any supports. You're just gonna die every single time. The whole point of running Psylocke on backline is to have 5 up front, you in the back, and then as everybody's facing forward, you get to kill them in the back. If you run 1v6 with Psylocke, and let's say you're going for the Adam Warlock or the Rocket Raccoon, there's no reason for them to think to look forward because we're all dead. We're coming back from spawn, right? So like if you start seeing like your team is down like 3v6, like in that situation, everybody got wiped, right? You peel, like you're done. You're using double dash, you're using invisibility, you're using anything you want to get out, wait for the team to come back forward, and then you get to push their backline. But if you push backline as in a 1v6, you're just dead. Like I knew you were dead before you died, right? Like I come out of spawn, I saw your positioning, and it's like, we're coming back from spawn, and I got, you're dead. You're already dead. Before anything can happen, I know that you've already died. You don't have to always dive, just take hard side angles. Yeah, you know. While this is true, you should be slinging them out in their blind spot and then dip if you can't kill. Yeah, like there's a lot of elements that come into play there, Alex, where it's like, I understand your position, but it's not an arguable point. You know, like running Psylocke 1v6, you're dead before you even started. You know, and this goes into, like we were discussing this earlier on stream about like why it's so important to, we're just gonna take a breather here. We were discussing this on stream about why it's so unbelievably important to become aware. If you're not already aware, and I think a lot of people are not, and this is something that I want to talk about because like it goes without, I would think that it goes without saying, but it doesn't. If you do not have, where is it? Where is this? I want to make sure that I touch on this first before. Where is my options? Audio, combat mix. Where are you? Critical health, KOs, thank you. Here. Announce when teammate is KO. Okay. Every last person who is in this chat right now, go into your settings and make sure this is cranked. Every last person. Go in your settings and make sure that this is cranked. Every one of you. If this is not a 5, this should be a 10. This should be a 17 3/4. Every single person should hear this sound. All right. You don't care about when the enemy KO comes through because you get the assist sound, you get like the assist sound, and you get the KO sound, and you get the final hit sound. You don't give a shit about this. All right. That's just taking away from your awareness of what else is going on in the game. This right here needs to be cranked. All right, that little sound is going to prompt you to look at the top right side and see if one of your teammates has died. If one of your teammates has died, if one of them has been resurrected, and how many of them are dying. All right, that is going to let you know if you can stay in that team fight or not. Right? Way too many people they have this at default, they have it turned off, they're doing whatever the heck it is. Mine wasn't even on. You just beat me to it, sir. Or they don't have it on. I was literally about to utter that sentence, Quadzilla, that a lot of people do not have it turned on, right? And so what ends up happening is they do not become aware of when their teammates die. When you start hearing that sound more and more, you're gonna know to make sure to either push forward or peel back. All right. I have it off once the game sense kick, and that's entirely your choice, Dark Bread. Like, especially like for yourself, you play at a GM level. I understand where you're coming from, but the amount of people who absolutely, I need this. I need this sound. All right, to keep me in the game. And like, even like when I play a support, it's one thing because I see it all. When I play as tank, I absolutely need this. Absolutely need this to understand whether or not I should be staying in a team fight, whether or not, like, because like sometimes you can be a tank. Okay, just give you an easy perspective. You can be a tank and you're up front. You're up in the fight 6v4, but the 4 people are in front of you. Now, the inclination for a lot of tank players is to fall backwards, because why wouldn't you fall back? Except that your whole team's behind you, right? And because you had the audio indicator to let you know, I should not be here, or I should be here in this situation. You're 4v6, you know your team's behind, you have both supports at your disposal. You can stay in the fight. You don't have to keep walking backwards and give up space. You don't necessarily need to be moving forward into the enemy, but you'll at least know that your resources are at your disposal. But in so many cases, people are unaware of what is going on around them because they don't have the cues necessary to make that determination. So you run into spots like this, right? And I think like when we look at the situation earlier where our Psylocke dies, if you're in a 1v6, if that sound is on, that bunk, 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 that should have told you right there and then, you're done. Your team fight's over. You heard that bunk, bunk, bunk so many times, you can't sustain it. You know, and I see people, because all the time you'll see me say these words, and I'm really, really grateful. I'll say this right now. I'm going to call out Mishu for this. I'm very grateful for Mishu, who's actually listening when I say pull out, when I'm just like all the way back, all the way back. I don't mean step backwards and peek. I don't mean step backwards and hide. I mean get out, right? And like Mishu has been playing this game now for a couple of weeks, and she's like one of the few folks I see from our newer players who actually listens when I say get out, all the way back, get out. All right, I'm seeing that right there and then, and like comes I'm learning, and this is what I want more than anything else, Mishu. What I want for all of our players who are coming through here and learning in this channel. I need you to actually listen when you're being coached. You know what I mean? Like the amount of time, like I will see this all the time. You should get out. They stick around, okay, and then they die, and they go, "Why didn't you get out?" And they go, "I tried," except like, no, you didn't, because I'm your support. I can see the red cross that you had while you were in mid lane. Their team is coming up. Your team is white. And then you decided, no, I'm going to play a little bit longer. Oh my God. The plushes have what? On-screen. Yes, they do. They do. Yeah. And like, this is one of these things where I see it and it's like, you should get out. And they don't. They don't. Or I'm just like, hey, don't peek. This is the other. Peeking is like such a weird, awful problem. Okay, people are coming out of spawn. They're not going into the team fight, don't get me wrong, but they're peeking around corners. They're trying to get an extra shot in there. For every time you might get away with something, okay, you're probably gonna die like 5 times trying to peek while you're 1v6, or trying to peek while you're 2v6 and the rest of your team hasn't come out. There's a reason your tanks go first, right? It's like they're there to soak damage for you. It's me, I'm the problem. I peek and die. How dare you? Hi, kitty. Welcome in, friendo. So they peek and then they die. Like, for every one time you got like the one pick and you're like, oh my God, I got a pick. Look at that. No, stop it. Right? And like, I see it the most as a support. You want to know why? Because I come out of spawn. Okay. I see a DPS by themselves peeking around a corner. Now I have to burn resources, especially when it's like they take like 2 shots to the head and they're almost dead. I have to burn something like Dagger Storm, or like that is like a proper cooldown to keep them alive because they couldn't take literally 2 seconds to wait for their tank to get back. It's an entirely unnecessary play. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, this is the kind of stuff where I'm just like, just play fundamentally sound rivals. You know, I don't say this to like harp on people. I say this because I want everybody to be better. You know, like I want everyone to be better. I want everybody in GM. I want everybody in Celestial. I want everybody in Eternity and One Above All in the whole shebang. I don't want to see people hard stuck bronze. And there's a lot of people who are hard stuck bronze who feel to themselves, I shouldn't be here. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Absolutely. People who are hard stuck bronze, there are reasons. There are fundamental reasons why people are hard stuck bronze. And you're the living proof of it. Because like your habits will give you away. Right? They just like, they go in there and like they go, you know, 5 and 7, or like they go like the stuff that I can't stand is like people who go like 13 and 11, and it's like, oh, I had a positive KDA. I'm like, oh my fucking god. Like again, and I'm gonna go back to Mishu. One of the things that I love about Mishu's game, she'll post stuff we have like a private channel, and like she'll post stuff in like private like rivals channel, and she's like, I'm doing better, and it's like she's like 17 and 2. I'm like, 2. Like, I don't even, like, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't give a fuck about the 17. I'm like, cool, you contributed. The 2 is awesome. Like, the 2 is like, that makes me so happy. You wanna know why? It means that she was in the right place, the right time. She knew how to move forward to get her kills. She knew how to move backwards because she was aware of what was going on, why she needs to get the hell out of Dodge. It's a win. Like, and I say this all the time, the greatest ability is survivability. So like when I see 17 and 2 and 16 and 3 and 19 and 1 and like all this kind of stuff, I love it. I love it. I don't give a fuck if the rest of the team is like 40 and 9. I don't give a shit. All right. Those 9 deaths, that was entirely unnecessary. You know, when you see people, when you take a look, right, and you take a look at your like KDA and your stats and all that kind of shit, if you're above 5, if your average deaths are a 5 and you're not a tank, all right, if you're playing DPS or you're playing support and you have an average death count above 5, your game has problems. If your death count is above 10 and you are not a tank, your game's got big problems, like really big problems. You know what I mean? Like you take a look inward and you're like, hey, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong here? Again, like take a look, be introspective about these things. I'm gonna log in and see average death count right now. Do it to it, Batman. It will tell you so much about your game when your average death count starts, like when you're above, like that 5 is like that magic number. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, when your losses, when you're about to lose or when you are losing, obviously your death count goes up. But like when you're winning games, you shouldn't have a death count that is above 5. Not if you're winning. You know, if you're playing comp, it's a little bit different because you have like the 2 sets of rounds. But if you're like a QP degen or quick match degen, you shouldn't have deaths above 5. In a winning game, you absolutely should not have deaths above 5. You shouldn't even have deaths above 5 in a losing game. You know, because like your team fight should like dictate to you whether or not you should be in the fight or not, and whether you should be peeling. You know, little things like that come into play. Wait, it doesn't display average death, does it? Does it? No? That's a little surprising. Overwatch does. Really? It doesn't? What are we at right now? KOs, final hit, damage, healing. I'm not averaging. Really? My average per 10 minutes is still under 20,000. That's a problem. I should work on that. Little things. Wow, they really don't show you the average death count. That's unfortunate. That's such a massive metric that should be looked at. It's really weird. There's my goal right there. That's my goal. Get above 20,000. 59,000 Lord is insanity. Oh my goodness. It doesn't tell you negative stats. That's a shame. I wonder if what's the name of the website again? It's like Rivals something. Shit. Rivals. Is it Rivals Tracker, I think? Let's have a look. Is it tracker.gg? No. What's the Marvel Rivals like tracker site? Yeah, it's Rivals Tracker. Let's see here. Is the stat? Hello? Go to resource rhymes. Hello. Check for your profile. Nevada lock. Oh, it's TTV Nevada lock. I'm dumb. Why can't they look this up? Is Marvel Rivals broken? Or is Rivals Tracker broken? It's not tracker.gg. There was another website I was using before. Good morning, Tron. How are you, friendo? Kitty, are you off work already? Are you on lunch break? Maybe this one? Recent searches. Megala. Quick play. Does it give me my stats? Nope. It doesn't give me in-depth stats. That kind of sucks. It gives me an overview, but it doesn't give me stats. One of these websites had like a full thing, but it may not have negative stats whatsoever. So it's like, it's not a big deal. Anyway, you look at it. This is like one of these things where if you're looking to improve. I have 420 deaths in the last 91 games. Yeah, so like you're averaging under 4 deaths a game. Right? That's an easy way to look at. How did you pull that up so quickly? 41 deaths in the last. How did you pull that up so fast? That's crazy. I want that. Where did you pull those stats, sir? Tracker.gg. Why isn't that working? Am I not? Oh, I'm on Rivals Meta. Tracker. Okay. Oh, PTV now. Let's see if it pulls up the stats, and then we'll get back to playing. I want to like attempt to make a point, but I don't know if it's going to come up whatsoever. It does take a while. Compiling profile data. This actually does take a while. Because like one of the things, especially if you are, we like talk about like no desk club in here a lot, and I'm just gonna go quick match. Holy shit, this site takes forever. Upgrade $3 a month. Why the fuck am I doing that? Okay. What do we got here? I think this works for this season. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, it is taking forever. Okay. So there's the KDA, 4.56. So again, under 5. Oh, KD ratio is a 2.67. I'm trying to find the. Keep in mind, like I'm pretty much like a dedicated support, and my numbers are actually being skewed by the fact that I'm playing tank recently. So like those numbers are actually going up. But where did he find the amount of games that he had played? That's the only thing that I don't understand. Like somewhere in here, is it going to show like the win count? And okay, so there's 72 wins out of 141 matches, so it's literally 50%. And will it show the ratio is like the other question that we're going to pull up here. The top small text. Oh, more stats. Okay. MVP percentage. I'm getting robbed by dark presence all the time. So matches played 141. Yeah, so it's like 50%. And then how do you like tell what's going on here? Yeah, so like my ratio, so the ratio was the same. It's like it actually shows it here. There's 673 deaths versus 141 games. So like I don't even know what that is off the top of my head, unless it's gonna show me. What? 670. Hello? Yeah, 4.75. And keep in mind that's with tank play. Right. So like I'm keeping this like under 5. This is tracker.gg. And then it's like tracker.gg/Marvel Rivals. Right. So like this is the kind of stuff that like it comes in really handy if you're starting to see like really, really odd places where you're just like, where am I going right? Where am I going wrong? Or if you're like losing a lot, these kind of sites come in really handy. These are like deep metric sites. You know what I mean? So it's like keep an eye on it. Like you can bookmark it. Like, you know, it doesn't work if you have a closed profile, just an FYI. But you can use these kind of websites in order to see like, hey, where am I going right? Where am I going wrong? And then like move forward from there. There's something to consider more than anything else. I know we've got on like a side tangent for a while, I bet my stats look freaky. I think that mine would look better if I was only playing support. But as I said, like my Cloak and Dagger, when I look at it, my win percentage is Cloak and Dagger is 69%, and my win percentage with Emma Frost is 37%. So I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, there is just like one of those weird situations where you're just like, okay, like, you know, obviously, like, I know where I need to improve. Don't forget to throw me. Yes, absolutely, I will grab you, Logan. This is like one of those things where, like, you know what's good. Obviously, my main character is hovering near 70%. I'm happy with that. When I'm hovering at 70% is like, you know what I mean? I'll take that. I'll take that in a heartbeat, you know? But on the flip side of it, it's like, obviously my tank play needs a lot of work. It's only sitting at 37%. So, like, it's not going to work out all the time. Pinsuke rules. They absolutely rule on TikTok. What is going on? Welcome on in on that side, sir. We're going to grab you, boy, Logan. We're going to get the ball rolling on our next games. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, tracker.gg, and then you can just choose the game, Alex. My KDA is 3. My win rate is like 50%. So like 50%, to put that in perspective, Mishu, is literally average. And like a lot of people would look at 50% and like, that's low. If you're hitting a 50% win rate, because of the way that this game works, especially if you're playing it from a competitive perspective, you're ahead of the curve. Like I think like the average, like, quote unquote, like good player posts like a 56% win rate. It's a lot like when you and I used to play like Legends of Runeterra. If you saw like a deck that was like 58% or higher, it was getting tuned. It was too strong, right? The devs were always trying to like put in that pocket of like 50%, somewhere between like 50 and like 55% for like good play. So if you're holding a positive win percentage, that's one more thing to think about. 50 above win rate is good. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Okay. We have yapped for enough. Let's get back to work. Hopefully everybody is, 1, enjoying the stream, 2, able to take like what I'm saying to heart, and hopefully, you know, make some improvements. This is what it's all about. We're doing everything we can up in here to try to make improvements for everybody within this community, and hopefully works out in the future.
We are hope and fear.
Mystic Ramen sounds amazing, by the way. Mystic Ramen is the best. The best. I love them. Did we lose somebody else? Who did we... Oh, no, Bensuke's here. Who did we lose? We did not lose you, kitty.
Sing with me. 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
We haven't had any... Have we had an offensive payload map this game or this session? We lost Blank. He said we stink. Wow, that is inappropriate. Absolutely inappropriate. This is some BS. My router just said fuck you. Fair enough. I don't know. I'm kind of inclined to agree with Logan's story. And you said that we were stinky because, you know, I just wash. I mean, Grayskull. What if Blank is down with your manly musk though? Musk is just like, wow. We move forward on high ground. I smell like Count Chocula. Ooh. Okay. We don't really want to be floating in that situation. We kind of like need to move the line. Are we being flanked? Nope. We're up 1. This is actually winnable. I don't want to drop, but I had to place Dagger Storm and I was falling off. Nice job. Great sustainability across the board. Oh, sorry, Mishu. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. Okay. So we need to move the line and see if we can there. We can move the Dagger Storm up, and it's going to give us an opportunity to move forward. I'm actually looking for the Iron Man more than anything else. Now we can crack this range. Or no, not even strange. Okay, I don't know why we all peeled. I know we had one person behind, but like we didn't all have to peel. That's okay. All right, we're gonna get that out of the way and then turn around and again, like we shouldn't be peeling here. Wow, I'm somehow dying. That's insane. What the fuck is happening? Okay, we're trading. We're up 1. We're up 2. Okay, we go. We go. They have the Iron Man, but we have the opportunity to actually move forward, and we should be taking it here. Now, their Iron Man is a problem for me because he's a 1-tap. So what we're really looking for do is to get that Iron Man to... That's unfortunate. They already have... I don't think I screwed that up. Now let's see how long it takes for someone to notice that... My man solo ulted me. The desperation was real right there. I'll take that, to be honest with you. I'll actually take that. Okay, we don't have ults for this just yet. Okay. Now keep in mind that their Iron Man... Oh, yeah. I don't know about this. Their Iron Man still has... I don't think I have a choice now. Which is really unfortunate. I actually have to peel off point to deal with maximum pulse. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay.
I am ready to put on a show.
Did we not have a... No. Oh, we burned. Trade down. Okay. So, like, the biggest thing that you want to, like, take away from that initial point is actually the portal. The portal is something that shouldn't have been used in that situation, and the biggest reason why is that half our team was in spawn, right? So, like, you're not going to get the value of putting the whole team through portal, because, like, as we landed, like, on point, you could see that there was 3 other teammates that were already still up there from the previous fight, and we didn't have any ultis to go with it. So, like, we run into a spot where, like, we lose all the value. Like, the surprise element's out. We don't have ults that goes with it. They did this to me because I admit I stink a little. You know what? Maybe you are stinky. Maybe you're stinky. But, like, that's one of those things that you need to be aware of if you're going to run Strange, is that portal play, it needs to be managed. And more importantly, it should only come after a wipe. Unless you're, like, absolutely have to get on point within, like, the last, like, 15 seconds of the fight, which we didn't, because it was only at 65%. What you really need to be looking for is your team to wipe, and also to check to see what ults you have at your disposal, right? Because if we don't have ults for a portal, it's kind of a wash. Like, you're not going to get there. You know, unless, like, a bunch of people are at, like, 90%, you might get there, but the rest of the time, you're not going to get there. We're split. That's okay. We're going to get caught by the split. Yeah. Yeah, that is not a good idea right there. Yeah. That is a very unfortunate turn of events. As soon as our 2 tanks split, the team fight's pretty much over. If you're going to run Strange Thing, then they have to snowball. Yeah. So, like, we're going to stagger. And the ideal situation would be to back out entirely and then, like, reset. So, like, they're not pushing on us right now. We're kind of lucky, but, like, look where we are in terms of peak, right? If they actually had moved forward, we would have lost 2 more people. See, now we get to move as a squad. Logan will be back momentarily. That's great for us. I burned, okay, are we just ignoring the Iron Man? I guess we are. What the fuck? I just watched 4 people walk away from the Iron Man. That's a choice. That's definitely a choice.
Just keep going.
Okay, so we're down 1. They're gonna retake the point, and truthfully, we should be peeling here. Okay, so now we're gonna have a longer wait, and we burn ulti in a 4v6. So that's a wash. Mishu got away with. We actually got rid of the flyer. We can technically push with this. Yeah, we can go. We can go. Logan's here, so I can burn. And okay, we can get rid of that.
I am ready to put on a show.
Okay, so yeah, I have Ashanti, or I have Agamotto, sorry, does not work into Luna Snow. Just an FYI. So like we're in an odd spot right now. Their Black Panther is going to end up pushing on us momentarily. Yes, he is. Now, if anybody else looks at him, that would be awesome. Unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Yeah. Really, really unfortunate there. Still winning. Hey, we wait. Oh, we can't wait. Now we can portal. If we have a portal, now we burn it. We get 1 crack at this. Portal, 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 portal. We literally get 1 crack. We don't have time. Okay. Yeah. We don't have time. Okay. So we were touching on this earlier, Alex. The Panther versus Invisible Woman matchup is entirely winnable. You just need to be on top of I can't write anything better than that. That's actually a perfect answer. That's actually the picture perfect answer. Quick match brags are what everybody lives for, apparently, chat. So the Invisible Woman versus Black Panther matchup is entirely winnable. It's just you have to be aware of the footsteps beforehand, because I can actually try to do it here. I haven't played Invisible Woman all day. I will try to showcase it here. So the ideal situation is like if you can see the Black Panther, and like you should be able to if you can hear the footsteps. If you can't hear the footsteps, that's problematic, because the footsteps are going to be the key to the whole situation. Force push pushes out the Black Panther, and so he doesn't get to reset his cooldowns as a result of it. It's like doing damage on the crisscross. But like you need to be able to wear it first. So you go force push, pulsar blast, right? So place it at your feet. So every time they come through, they get held, and then you can hold on to it. Like the ideal situation is that somebody peels for you, so that you can throw up Guardian Shield, and then you can work your way through the match. They have to peel or they die. But it isn't necessary. It isn't needed. It isn't necessarily as poor a matchup as you might think, and it's not panic. It's not something to panic over either. There is like the danger room is at your disposal in version 3, and I would suggest like working on the matchup if you're struggling with Black Panther. Whatever supports you have been playing with, or even if it's your Psylocke, hit the danger room, work on the matchup, and you can get that done. I'll try to showcase gets clapped. Hey, look at this guy. Curry chicken talking shit. How are you, Dizzy? Welcome in, sir. What are we looking at here? 222? Okay.
This place makes me want to stay inside a force field forever.
Yeah, I had Mantis at the moment. That's why I switched. Mantis plays into Black Panther the same way. You just have to hold sleep. but it's very much the same thing. You eat the, in that case, you eat the initial spear, and then you, oop, there. So we dropped a little early.
Clearly you needed some help. That last report was doozy.
Oh, I couldn't pull the repulsor trick there. So we want to retake high ground here as soon as we can. Like, this is like the biggest thing. You don't want to give up real estate, and you don't want to give up high ground.
I've always been a heavy hitter.
We're going to pull you down. Okay. And then take out the Phoenix here while we can. Or not.
Vortex field. A little help, please.
The Scarlet Witch is going to be angling for ulti momentarily. You can see that there in the initial fade. We have boundary, which is really good for us. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of that. There is the... Yeah. Really wish that everybody was not looking at the Venom, because their Squirrel Girl just got away with murder. Literally 5 people were looking at one Venom, and like that's what happened right there. I had to keep everybody else up.
No worries. I've got
Rather than
your
spending
back.
1,600 units on a Loki skin, why wouldn't you? Loki skin's awesome.
I appreciate you.
So we're in an odd spot right now, but we're still holding. So that right there is just a little bit of unawareness. Like Alex, there was a med pack literally right beside Alex, and she didn't look at it. Which is like really unfortunate because I had to put myself in an odd spot to try to heal them and then died for it. So like we can reset here. We have 2 people up front. Alex is going to die again. Yeah. And again, we talked about this earlier, right? This is really, really important. It's understanding, like, if your team is wiped, you don't go ahead.
You are nothing.
Just gonna... Oh, Jesus. Okay. I honestly thought I died. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what is going on right now or why we're here.
Your powers are mine.
We're up 1, which is pretty good for us. Can we just touch? What is going on right now?
Anyone willing to help?
So, in case you were unaware, Force Push does knock off Scarlet Witch from her, like, angled position. It also does damage as well, so, like, you're getting, like, 2 cracks at it. I need to, like, move out of this position right here. So, like, the ideal spot is for our tanks to move forward, right? Because of where Alex is playing from right now, I'm actually in a really, poor position to help. Like, I need her to move forward. I need both tanks to move forward, to be honest. And then that way, I can play this from a better spot. But right now, we're, like, not getting real value. Yeah, and this is going to be problematic in a second. And Alex has ulti. She's got to push. Unfortunate. Okay. Man. So that's just line play, to be honest with you. Neither one of our tanks wanted to move forward. And because like we can't like cross over the plane, I can't move forward with them. Like I was like stuck behind. And it's just like, I know Logan, I know, man. But I'm trying to like find an angle, and it's just like one of those things that just like didn't pan out. I didn't know there was a point. Yeah, it's just like any other domination map. Like you've got to be able to look at that ring, and then move forward. Either which way you look at it, though, that's just like a live and learn situation. But tank play is really important. I understand a lot of Penny players are not inclined to move forward because she doesn't really have anything in terms of damage mitigation. But she does have a very large HP pool, and she had 2 supports behind, right? Like, you've got to be able to get in there and at least plant the web long enough for the spider mines to put in some work for you for the line play. But when you hang in the back, and you see it a lot, there's a lot of Penny Parker players who hang in the back, and because like they want to play it safe, they just want to play big DPS, and like that's not helpful. You know, like that's just one of those things where you want to be able to like get to the point. Like here, as soon as we hit this, like this has got to have a nest immediately. Like right here, we need nest play, and like we're already behind. There's no nest in play yet. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna take him out of the equation. It could have been bad. It worked out. I am dead. That's entirely on me, to be honest with you. We had 3 players behind me, including our other tank, and I mocked forward instead of waiting for our other tank. So that's on me. Logan's dead, and Bitsuke's dead. So, like, at this point in time, you stay on the map as long as you can to... Oh, never mind. Okay. Please do not walk forward. Okay, I gotta rotate. That's not bad for us. They got an ulti out of the way. They were trying to be a little preemptive with it. And again, our tank's gotta move forward. There we go. Soak the damage. Give me the ult charge. Don't be scared. Okay, we're gonna take that. It's fine. And so, like, the ideal spot here, we need to get spider webs as soon as possible. And we are not getting spider webs as soon as possible. There we go. The Venom is 1. We still don't have spider webs on deck. We're losing value here. I'm trying to find... Gotta do this again, because the Venom is back on point. You don't get away. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's great for us. They burned the Luna trying to buy time. And instead... Now, Logan's a little too further up. He doesn't realize it. I'm in trouble. Okay, that's good for us. We're going to patty cake this for a second. There we go. We still don't have a nest up. Alex, pop the nest, please. Thank you. We go. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, that was weird. We take those up. Nice job, Logan. Oh, Logan's rotating in a weird spot. Fuck. Use the nest at your disposal. Fuck. Oh, Logan got off tank. Okay.
No worries. I've got your back.
We really needed that tank play. Don't leave the point.
I'm ready to put on a show.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
We wait. We wait. Okay, we go. I am getting mauled from that angle. Like their squirrel girl is just pumping. Nice. Nest is down. We like to see it. There we go. Nice, Alex. So like the biggest thing with the nest isn't necessarily about getting the kills, it's providing support, right? The nest goes down at the very end of the fight. The mantis and myself get to stand in it while the mines keep the venom from like putting pressure on the support. That's a total win-win situation right there. Really, really nice job. Watch that nest get killed like 3 times. A Scarlet ult, Phoenix ult, and which is fine. And this is like one of those things that are going to have to be like learned as well. Is that playing Penny into Phoenix is going to be problematic. But it's kind of like you got to learn how to mitigate it. But you cannot be unaware of putting down nests on a regular basis. Like they have to go down. Absolutely have to go down.
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
So we're going to swap to DPS. I would assume to address the flyer because we didn't have any other DPS to do it. And we're running triple support. So like this is going to be a pretty difficult match. But again, like our nest has to go down ASAP. The Venom's not really a big deal. But we need to get our Penny on point as soon as possible. Too little too late. Okay. This gets more difficult now. Nice. Nice nest play, Alex. Very nice. I'm going to take you out of the equation. Okay, we'll take that. Got it. And we can actually move up. As soon as we get another nest down, we can move up. We don't even need the nest, to be honest. I'm going to send that for Logan ahead. We don't have a Phoenix, so just find coverage here. More than anything, just find coverage. This does splash damage, so you don't want to be on point. Nice. Okay, we're going to hold that. Not a big deal. I'm going to pop Logan as he is working. Hella's 1. Unfortunate. The Venom's going to come down. We need another nest whenever we can. I need to get the hell out of dodge. I am super low. Okay, time to go. Not a bad first, not a bad push. We wait.
We better retreat.
Oh, we have somebody who's lingering. That is going to be a problem. We'll see if they can get away with it. But the ideal situation there is to just go off the map. So now we got to wait. If they go 5v6, they're going to wait until we actually get back to the point. I'm going to need our tank to move forward.
Your powers are mine!
You are nothing! I am ready to put on a show! Clear the way! Anyone willing to help?
Okay, that was their Luna. So we're just going to have to wait this out. Our Phoenix is in a very unfortunate spot, and so am I, to be honest. I don't want to give up that high ground to the Hella too long. I'm still getting picked by Hella. Oh, is it big? There we go. Nice job. We need to get a nest down. There we go. Nice work.
We are on our way to victory!
We're having an okay game here. We still have one behind.
That's much better.
Where is she? There we go. And there's a huge stagger for us. Now, remember a couple of games ago, I was talking about this. We were playing in like Wakanda, and like we didn't address the rocket raccoon that was sitting in the back line, and it came to haunt us. This time around, I wasn't going to let that happen. This time, I knew the Hella was there. I didn't hear the 6th kill go off. We were talking about that earlier, about how it's really important to address the fact that like if you don't hear 6 kills, you know that you need to have a look at it.
Clearly you needed some help.
Venom's in.
Systems
I should have waited there. That's actually my fault on the force push. Oh, he left. This is going to see a C9. We take those. We absolutely take those. Logan made the swap and got her done. This man said, F Emma. I'm just going to take control of this game. I'm going to take my hit scan and address the flyers. And it made all the difference right there. Nice work all around. We're just racking it up. Bucky ain't hit. Oh, we always forget that he's not hit scan. He just decided to play Bucky for the hell of it. Namor's new projectile speed is... Namor's really strong right now. Really, really strong. Are we a wrap? I think we're a wrap, chat. It's 3 hours, and I'm starting to feel very, very warm and very, very hungry. So we are going to Reynolds wrap. I think I'm going to do a double shot today. I'll probably be back in the evening time. But GG's everybody came through. Much, much appreciated. I need to mow. Uh-oh, you have to do slavery today? Really? Even on a Friday? Dun, dun, dun. That's not good for the business. Thanks, that was so fun. I'm so much better. I'm glad to see everybody's progress. This is more than anything else. Shame I have to head to work. See everyone next time. Sounds good, Alex. Thank you very much for coming through. Hopefully some of the lessons come to heart. I'm looking forward to seeing your continued progress as well. Outside, I know, right? Outside for Mishu. She actually has to mow an entire forest, chat. I don't know if you're all aware of that, but Mishu has the entire forest to take care of. So unfortunately, we won't see her again for millennia, and that's just how it is. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. We'll have to see. Let's see if there is somebody to raid at this hour. And then... Not really. No, we're going to pass. We're going to pass. I am just going to leave it up to everybody else. You are free now, as an old streamer used to say. I'm getting better, thank you. Absolutely. I'm glad to know that you feel you're making progress and that we can all move forward together as we continue to make progress, myself included. So again, thank you very much for coming through here today. Hope you all had a great time. I may be back this evening. If I do, it would be around 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So if you are looking to get your game on at that time, keep an eye on the Discord and it will give you all the details that you are looking for. Thank you, everybody. See you all later. As always, I am Nagata Lock 2. You've been locked in. Thanks for coming through, and I'll see you again soon.